Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, right? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Keyshawn, what's up? Jubilee is here. What's going on, guys? Yeah, life is good, man. I hope you guys are doing good, you know? Uh guys, we have a couple of news stories here. And then, guys, we'll get into some hot takes that I had, right? And I challenge anyone to call in and prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Guys, here, I'll drop the link early. I'll drop the link in the Discord, right? Yeah, guys. Let's have a lively Friday. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, because anyone who disagrees with my takes, and guys, I'll have them up here in a second. But first, guys, let's break some news. Look at this, guys. Watch.
Inside a nearly century-old building, a plan emerged.
Thanks so much for being here. We are going to start with the Department of Finance.
Emerged to solve a modern-day problem sometime within the city's not-so-distant future.
So we are here today for the purchase and sale agreement of the hotel known as Stay Inn.
In 2022, if there were detractors,
The seller is IH Holdings 16 LLC.
none
The
felt the
asset
need
is-
to say it. And so with $9 million in hand and a need for more places to place the unhoused in mind,
Now, Lenny, you heard $9 million, right? And you heard unhoused, right? Can you see where this is going?
All the proper terminologies there, man. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
the Denver City Council moved
This would be a 24/7 occupancy.
to buy out a motel once known as the Stay Inn.
So the property is located just off of Peoria, south of I-70. There are 96 units.
1,200 plus days later, the $9 million hotel purchase has resulted in no leases, no residents, and no real need to publicly explain why.
And how much you gonna bet the guy who sold it to him and the guy who brokered the deal are all like one of the city council members' homeboys? You know what I'm saying? Or cousins, sisters, brothers, aunts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're all starting contracting companies now for the renovation contracts.
Yeah, or they're just gonna let it sit. They're just gonna let it sit, bro. They're gonna let it sit.
dude.
They don't care.
Unreal.
$9 million.
Unreal.
$9 million. What a joke. What a joke. And no oversight. Brent's here. Brian's here. Rajai, what's up, dude? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. 8-bit, man. Good to see you. Let me see. Steve is here. What's up, Steve? It's good to see you.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Let me see. Yeah.
At least until now.
It definitely leads to questions.
Keisha Graham has good reason to wonder what's going on.
I go past that building frequently and I look and I'm like, it's still empty. It's still boarded up.
She works for the road.
Guys, how cooked do things have to be when a B-dub is the voice of reason?
she's at it. Even she's at it, dude.
Bro, that's how you know things are completely cooked, you know?
Called Straight, a small Aurora-based nonprofit, which became interested in the Stay Inn when the city announced it intended to resell its newly acquired building for no more than $10.
I would say
Whoa, wait, what? They're going to sell it for $10? Wait a second. Wait. Deb says that $9 million is probably on the streets of Somalia. Hey-o!
Just not a new Yamaha outboard motor for a pirate skiff. Yeah.
Guys, look at that. So the taxpayers got charged $9 million and they're going to sell it for $10. For $10. Look at that.
$10.
I would say it did seem strange. Absolutely. It was strange, but it made sense.
Made sense, she says, because Denver didn't just want $10. It also expected the buyer to renovate the aging building and operate it as supportive housing, offering services for the recently unhoused. Definitely something you guys were interested in.
Absolutely. Our program manager jumped on it right away.
It was a reach. The nonprofit had no history with a project this big. Still, they remained
You hear that, guys? It gets worse and worse and worse. They had no experience doing this. Guys, what the fuck is going on? What is going on, guys? What is going on? I guarantee everyone involved is getting paid. Even the person who runs this nonprofit has their hand in the cookie jar.
optimistic until
This is it.
until Denver informed the road called straight. In this email, it was out. January 30th, 2025.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yes. And the building is still sitting there, boarded up.
Nothing.
No.
And this nonprofit hasn't done anything either. What are they doing the whole time?
Graham assumed their bid was one of many. 9 News Investigates can now report for the first time that assumption was wrong. Do you know you're one of only two bids for that?
Did not know that. Wow.
Just two.
Wow.
That no more than $10 deal led to no more than 2 bids. Even current city council members seem surprised.
I learned that from you.
Dude, it just gets worse.
No, because the renovation cost can be astronomical on that, dude.
No,
Yeah.
Liddy, bro. B-dub after B-dub, bro. Don't move to Denver, guys. Don't move to Denver. Because, guys, what do I always say?
A woman in politics is like a donkey doing calculus.
You got B-dubs. Oh, no, guys.
They run
Oh,
that, dude.
no. Oh, no.
You did?
I did.
That's not great.
It's not great. I know it's not great. And
Chantel Lewis wasn't on the city council when the city bought the stand, but it now sits in her district. Do you ever go by it?
all the time.
The city did, according to this document, provisionally award the stay-in to an out-of-state for-profit known as the Friendship for Affordable Housing, or FFAH.
Someone else's best friend's sister's uncle's aunt. What a joke.
I did notice that the stay-in is one of the projects that's listed on their website.
But 9 News Investigates has learned FFAH, the only other bidder, is now also out. So it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I mean, it's disappointing. It's disappointing.
As if you'd have done a better job, you dunce. Hold on, guys.
All right, coming up on
guys, I'm gonna do another video on this. Hey, Lenny, check this out. These PPP fraudsters. Here. Guys, the cops are coming after those PPP loans, man. Come on now.
910, and it was meant to keep small businesses afloat during the height of the pandemic. We're talking about the Paycheck Protection Program that's now led to one of the largest fraud investigations in American history. Federal prosecutors just charged a Chicago police sergeant with fraud last week. They say that she pocketed thousands by claiming that she ran a bakery.
Hey, what did she just say, Lenny? The sergeant was
Vito.
I don't know the race, but it's the Ponytail Patrol, obviously. But guys,
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. I bet $1,000 it's a B-dub. Let's be honest.
That did not even exist. Now, this isn't an isolated case, of course. It is a part of a massive ongoing federal sweep. Now, years after the COVID pandemic, former federal prosecutor Chris Hotaling is here to break down the legal landscape of all of this. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for letting me join you. I'm happy to talk about this. It's an exciting topic.
You know, I mean, there's so much to it. And I think it's mind-boggling that we're still even talking about this so many years from the height of the pandemic. In this case, $41,000, it seems like, no, it is a lot of money, but insignificant compared to some of the hundreds of thousands.
How much did she say? 46,000? Guys,
like that.
I want you to put
ridiculous.
yes or no. Is your freedom worth $46,000? Hell no. That's why you know it was a B-dub. It had to be. You know what I'm saying? Lenny, I am not going to go into prison and have to fight Bubba off in the shower for
People should know better.
$46,000. It's not happening. It's
People should
not.
know
I've heard
better.
from
Look at that.
some other people, even millions from some people. So why does the DOJ look at this as maybe the same in terms of prosecuting?
Well, there are a couple things that we need to think about. Number one, the government is always going to have an interest in trying to combat fraud against government programs. So that is always
Yeah, by the public, but not by these crooked politicians, right, guys? Put a 1 if you agree.
and is now and always will be a very significant priority for the Department of Justice. So regardless of the size of the amount, the fact that it was a government program that was intended to help people during the pandemic, and that people were taking advantage of it by submitting false information and getting money that they're not entitled to, well, that's going to be a very significant part of the government for the Department of Justice priorities moving forward, even past this point in the next 4 or 5 years.
And if there's one thing we know about the feds, typically they take their time.
Guys, of course, there she is.
I knew it.
There she
I knew
is,
it.
right
I
there,
knew it. I
guys.
knew
There
it.
she is. We knew it. We called it. We called it.
Well.
Guys, we knew it. We knew it, guys. We
You
knew
probably
it.
saw it on the TikTok is the best part of it all. You know what I mean? How to do it or something. That's how fucking, or that's how stupid she is. You know? Like, and how short-sighted, you know? Wow.
How stupid can you be? How stupid can you be, guys? What a joke. What a joke.
And bringing a case to fruition. So yes, it's been a long time, but at the same time, they've actually expanded the window for prosecutions for PPP loans. So how much time do you think the feds will take into consideration here for the charges?
So the way it works normally is the statute of limitations in a case like this that's normally brought under this type of fraud scheme is 5 years. But back in 2022, Congress expanded the statute of limitations out to 10 years. So if we take and we kind of use 2020 as the benchmark for the beginning of the fraud, government can continue looking at least until 2030. Because as we know, some of these applications were made in 2021 or 2022. And so you can really take 10 years out from then, which is kind of the outer range under which the government can bring prosecutions for PPP fraud.
And does that mean that, hey, if someone did wrong years ago and they're sitting home like, maybe I got away with it, that no, it still could be coming for you?
Oh, yeah. And particularly, if you're looking, if you are a public official, if you're a police officer, if you're a firefighter, if you are a city, county, or state employee, those are the individuals that
If you're a B-dub.
the attorney's office is giving a very hard look at. And the most recent charge from last week of the Chicago Police Department sergeant is proof of that. If you're kind of a high priority and a public official or a public worker, those are the people that the feds are really going to be bringing their focus on.
And not that I'm really asking, but let's just make it a bunch.
Yeah, right. She's guilty. She's guilty. Yeah, she's asking for a friend, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run on.
She has no cover.
Clear.
She has no cover for this. She was a full-time police officer, you know, quotation marks on the police officer part, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she had no other business. You can't, there's nothing, you know. And the sick thing about this is they cut out a lot of the red tape so people wouldn't be affected, so people could get the money faster. Just goes to show you what a low trust society we live in now, and what it's going to start turning into because people ruin it. You know, they cut out the oversight on all that stuff so that people don't have to wait months and months, so that, you know, they don't have to go without food or whatever, you know. It's just gross, man.
Sure.
Why is it that people in positions of public trust, people who maybe have a higher bar, ethically, that they're held to, would be the point of contention here?
Because you let B-dubs in there.
Yeah,
because you let dunderheaded, knuckleheaded Glocktavias in there.
Yeah, it wasn't merit-based hire to begin with. That's what I was gonna say, dude. Yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't based on merit. It was based on a quota.
Yeah, yeah. And like homegirl says,
You
guys.
suck at everything but fucking. You bitches are failures to everything. Like, I have no loyalty to shit. Not y'all family, not y'all kids, not nothing. You bitches are a disgrace. I swear to God, I hate you hoes.
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head. We have an expectation as taxpayers that the people who are public employees or public officials are kind of, we hold them to a higher bar. And when those individuals fall short of that high bar, prosecutors those are the people that the prosecutors are first to look at. And so again, we have an expectation that they're going to be they're going to use the highest ethical standards, and when they fall short, that's when the feds come calling.
All right. On the flip side of that, many of these people, if you're talking about a police officer, an educator, something of that sort, probably wouldn't have like a long-standing criminal record. So,
yeah, right. Not
what kind
nowadays.
of time or fines do you think they would be facing?
So it's a felony charge. So that comes with it, obviously, significant kind of penalties in terms of reputational harm. In terms of actual jail time,
Blah blah blah. Guys, check this out. This just dropped, guys. Wow, watch this.
She is one of 9 teens accused of being part of a plot to kill a fellow teenager. Corinne Belviso shared a GoFundMe link to help Trey Wright's family the day after his death, but then she was charged with his murder. And now
look at that. Holy moly. Lenny, your kids are already almost grown, right?
Yeah, mine are adults. Mine are 25 and 23 now.
Thank
I had mine when I was super young, dude. Yeah, I was like 20 and 23 when I had mine. So I was
Thank God.
yeah, dude. I just squeaked through. 2 for 2 on the high school diplomas. One's graduating from college this will be next year, but she'll actually be done this fall.
Good on you, man. Because man, I could not have kids nowadays. Straight up.
Yeah,
dude.
she's accused
scary,
of skipping town and allegedly
we had a rough
breaking the
patch,
rules.
just don't get me wrong, dude. We went without a bedroom door for a year, and we lost phone privileges for a long time as well.
But hey, that discipline kept her off the stripper pole.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
dude.
saying?
She was with
Straight
her
up.
mother, and she was lived with her mother. Then she would have ended up pregnant and not graduated high school. I guarantee you. But
and on OF,
were laid down by the court. Prosecutors are not happy, and it could mean that she is about to go to jail. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart, facing charges of murder. Her name is Corinne Belviso. She is 18 years old, and she is one of these 9 teenagers charged with murder in this case. But in the days after the murder of 16-year-old Trey Wright in June of last year, you would have thought that Corinne Belviso was a close friend of his. I remember.
Damn, guys, we got to cover this.
do you think a plot of 9 teenagers would be able to keep their mouth shut in any universe?
Yeah, no, you guys remember the movie Bully? Do you remember the movie Bully? That was made by the guy who made Kids. It was about the true story of those kids that deleted that kid, and then they couldn't keep their mouth shut.
Definitely have to check it out. I'm into true crime and stuff. So
Yeah. Just what
surprised I haven't heard of it.
Marty and here.
Is
I'll
it
send
true
to
story
you.
or is it fictional?
It's based on a true story.
Okay.
But the true story is
'cause I know Kids was shot like a documentary, but it was all like
but it was all fake. And that kid who played
I
Tully,
remember that one because it was
Bro,
one of the first
everyone-
like shot in that style in a long time.
Yeah, dude. People were like out to get him because they thought that it was real. The kid who played Tully.
Yeah, they thought it was an actual like documentary.
Yeah,
or
he's like,
something, 'cause that's
"Oh,
before
it was-
reality TV. This was in like what 93 or so or 94.
Yeah. When I was in
I was in high school.
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
94, 95.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Watch this.
Well, Attorney General Chris Mays calls this one of the most
Gig. Get it? How you doing?
Significant
All right.
scandals in our state's history.
Here we go.
She claims there have been 41 convictions and 140 indictments related to fraud in Arizona's Medicaid program since 2023. One of those criminals is
Ah! Sorry for the jump scare, guys. Sister Mary Frances. Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Look at.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Hey, guys, might I add?
Well.
Rita Anaho. Mays highlighted her case during a press conference today. Anaho was a nurse practitioner before she lost her license after targeting Native Americans in a fraud scheme. She pleaded guilty to fraudulent billing of services that were never provided.
You know why she was targeting natives? Red Door, can you explain why she was targeting Native Americans? Lenny, any time that you can bill the government for anything, because a lot of natives have some type of coverage, if it's not like universal, but there's coverage either provided through the tribe or the federal government, right? So why would she not bill for their services? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like I get tons of crap because I'm on VA and all that stuff. I get tons of stuff for prosthetic, like freaking insoles and all this other crap and all that because they're just trying to build a VA and all that stuff. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, my friends. Let me do one thing. I'll drop the link again, guys. Yeah, here we go.
May says Anaho was operating her own clinic and working in as many as 15 others that deprived legitimate Medicaid beneficiaries of critical resources while exploiting a vulnerable population. This month, she was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison.
This fraud was allowed to metastasize largely because the people in charge prior to 2023 were asleep at the wheel. And we have the stats to prove it.
And the stat she's talking about there is a 92% decline in fraud within the last.
Yeah, Red Door. Thanks, my friend. She says they get health care from IHS, the Indian Health Services. Yep. It's run by the government. Yeah. So why? I mean, that's the number one place that gets defrauded, right? You know?
3 years since
any type of government health care. So
2023. That's all within the American Indian Health Plan. Mays blames former Governor Doug Ducey for letting it get so out of hand under his watch and calls the scandal a stunning failure of government. Mays credits her office for getting this under control by ramping up prosecutions through undercover operations and infiltrating criminal networks.
Michaela, how many providers are involved in this overall fraud scheme?
Well, it's a widespread problem, but there are still legitimate sober living facilities offering treatment. Since 2023, May says Access has suspended payments to about 100 Medicaid providers after credible fraud allegations. Of the 140 people and businesses already indicted, 89 have either pleaded guilty, been sentenced, or reached a court-approved settlement favorable to the state. But her office is not done. They're going after more criminals, and they're working with Access to put guardrails in place to prevent this from continuing.
The amount of money is staggering. Wow. Michaela, thank you.
Yeah, guys. Look at that.
Yep, the guardrails is more government, more oversight.
Yeah, and it's so crazy that it's like the wokey wokes. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't trust the government, but we want more government. It's like, wait, what? How does that work? Because it's like they assume that it'll be their type of government. You know? Oh, what a joke. Here you go, guys. So let me stop sharing my screen here. And let me see if I can go like this. Yeah, guys. So, guys, hot takes. Anyone who wants to call in, guys, prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, because guys, that's the mood that I'm in today, right? I'll do these every now and then, you know. But yeah, guys, I was on Devil's Advocate's stream the other day, And this one chick, she's an Asian chick, and she's pretty smart, but she's still like, you could tell that the wheels in her head are click, clack, a click, a clack, a clicking. You know what I'm saying? But she just can't get past like the wokeness. She just can't, you know? So we were talking about white privilege. And guys, I mean, anyone who wants to call in, guys, I'll drop the link again. But guys, white privilege is a myth. It doesn't exist. I don't believe it does, right? You cannot explain to me why white privilege, as it's defined by the left, exists. It's not true, guys. It's not true. To just think that white people just walk through this, through the, not just the United States, but the world, and just have it so much easier is absolutely insane. It's a liberal, woke, loser, lazy mindset. It's pocket watching. It's making excuses. It's just stupid. It's dumb. It's moronic. It's idiotic, and I can't stand it. I can't stand the people who just want to think that there's just others that are la 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 do da, just having an easy. You don't know what problems and issues that other people have. You don't know the journey that it took for people to get to said space. America, guys, America hates winners. America likes the lovable losers, okay? But America hates winners because people will see someone who's successful like myself, Colin, etc., Lenny, and just think that we're just born this way or it's just magic out of nowhere. They didn't see all the hard work and sacrifice that we had to do to get where we are. And guys, think about how much of a feminine mindset that you have to not be inspired by someone's success. It's chicks and beta males that are discouraged by someone's success. That has to be the absolute most dunderheaded soy boy, beta male, a tofu eating thing I've ever heard. Oh, well, Colin's got a lot of money and a nice Audi. He must have taken that from a poor person or from a black person or whatever. What kind of foolishness is this? But that's what's going on nowadays, guys. That's what's going on, especially you white guys. It's absolutely insane, and it's unacceptable. What a joke. What a joke. I always say this, guys. On if there's any side of an issue, look at the people who agree with it and the people who don't, and picture who you'd rather live with. Okay? Would you guys rather live with the people who think there's white privilege or the people who don't? You know what I mean? I mean, like, am I crazy here?
No, you're right, dude.
And it's like people look at me and they talk about this because they look at me and just think that I'm going to agree, And then I'm like, no, I don't believe that. And of course, guys, what do all the wokey woke say when a black person or an Asian or whatever doesn't agree with their mindset?
How dare you?
Insane. But yes. So I was talking to this chick, and she was talking about white privilege, and I'm like, well, you're Asian, and Asians out on whites. I said, you realize that you guys are lumped in there with white privilege. You know what I'm saying? If white people have privilege, then Asians have way more privilege, to where DEI doesn't even include Asian people. Asians were hurt the most by DEI, the most by affirmative action.
Yeah.
So how can an Asian person, where Indians, Koreans, Japanese, out-earn whites by a good amount? They even out-earn small hats. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if that's the case, and you believe in white privilege, then Asians have Asian privilege, and they need to be taken down a bit too, you know? But I don't believe in it. And guys, what group benefited the most from DEI and affirmative action?
Well, at first it was the white lib-throated broads.
Yeah, white chicks have benefited from DEI and affirmative action since the 90s. I'm talking nothing but net. You know what I'm saying?
But now it's coming back to bite them in the ass because now the final bosses of the woke DEI brigade, now they're shifting and they're looking at the white broads and they're saying, well, you're really hardly any better than white men. So
yes, but here's the thing. That's why all of them are trying to be non-binary now.
Exactly.
Haven't you guys looked and saw that the majority of the non-binary people are white chicks, guys?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little odd? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a little strange? Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, isn't that a little odd?
Yeah, you can still check a box on any scissoring. Yeah, dude, that works both ways. Yeah.
But that's just ridiculous. I don't even have a gender, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Demons, man. Demons. Guys, and here, don't even entertain this conversation. If anyone says, oh, white privilege, and it's always, you cisgender hetero white males, that's just, look, that's the best part about America, how it is now, guys. White dudes have had it, and I'm happy to see it. I really, really, really am. Because put a 1, if you are a white guy, a cisgender hetero white guy, and you just felt like you guys has been eating shit for the last 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let alone the last 10, 15. Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute. Let's just grant this narrative that the wokey wokes have, that all the white guys have all the money, power, and resources. Do you really want to piss them off? You know what I'm saying?
We also have most of the pew-pews too. Don't forget
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, anyone who's a call in, guys, if you dispute any of these, I don't know how you would, but yeah, guys, white privilege is a myth. Guys, I believe in majority privilege. Whoever is the majority in said situation does have some level of privilege, but a majority is contextual, right? So if Colin and Lenny might be able to go places because whites just happen to be the majority in the United States, and they'll see a bunch of people who look like them. Colin, you go to Squim, Ocean Source, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see a whole bunch of people who look like you. And that's a privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is.
Sure.
Yeah. But hey, if you, me, and Lenny go to Mongolia, right? Do we have privilege there? Here, if we go to Detroit, Lenny, Colin.
No, I lived in Allen Park, dude. Definitely not. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are not going to have that privilege. You're just not. And there's still going to be wokey wokes who we're going to argue. Well, it doesn't matter if you went to an all-black school and there were 98% of the population.
Dude, I had the biggest culture shock in the world. I went from Appalachia, from West Virginia, to SoCal in California. I went to school in Brentwood. Yeah, when I was in middle school, I went from my name to hey, white boy. I'm not even kidding, because they busted all the kids in from the inner city and stuff, dude. It was Paul Revere Middle School. It's the same school that OJ's kids went to. It was famous rich kids mixed with inner city kids, because they opened up, the registration to where, it wasn't by district and all that. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was the biggest culture shock of my life, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Guys, I used to live in San Jose growing up, and there was no blacks and no whites. There was Mexicans and Vietnamese, So when we moved back to Washington, and there was 33 black kids in my high school, It was nuts. I was like, whoa, this is crazy, you know? But
There was black kids and a ton of Hispanic kids too. A ton of Hispanic kids. I'd say it was equal black and Hispanic kids, you know, mixed together. But whites were
Keyshawn, you
definitely
live
the
in Detroit?
minority.
God's name, why?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That's why I don't go. That's why I don't go home. I'm from outside of it. That's where.
Really?
Yeah, Allen Park. I'm from. It's a suburb outside of it. It's like 10 minutes away. It's a little
Ugh.
nicer, but
guys,
dude, I
guys.
just have no desire to be up there in Wokesville, dude. And
Yeah,
just
please,
crime is
please,
still horrible and
Keyshawn,
everything else.
Move down south, man. We'll take you here. And guys, hit the like button on the way in. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, guys. But yeah, guys. And what's crazy is when you say white people saying there's white privilege, guys. White guilt has to be the most cringe thing I've ever heard. Colin, Lenny, can you think of anything more cringe than like white guilt? Oh, my ancestors may have owned slaves, so I have to be so woke. It's ridiculous and prove myself to the dark people.
Well, just like your accent showing, you have to be in a position of privilege to feel that way.
Ridiculous.
Because anybody that's actually had to work for everything for their life just laughs at some stupid stuff like that. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just I laugh it off because I've never felt a bit of privilege in my life, dude. I've had to earn everything I've ever had. Never had
But
a single car or anything
but
handed
it's
to me by a
just-
family member or anything. It was all, you want to drive? All right, I hope you get a job, you know. You know.
It's so cringe because there was that one big girl on whatever. Hold on. Let's see. And she's like, there's too many white people. And it's like, if you believe that, why don't you just delete yourself then?
Yeah.
You know, what did Michael Jackson say? If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Yeah, there was this one big one who was on the whatever podcast, and her whole thing was basically saying that there's too many white people in the world. And it's like, guys, we've talked about this once before.
Yeah.
What percentage of the world?
To India. Send her to India. Send her
Thank
to
you.
Send her to China. Yeah. Even though China massively overestimates their population, there's still tons and tons and tons of people to where they would not even be able to comprehend it. They're living in such a small, ignorant bubble, dude.
Well, guys, what percentage of the world is white?
We're only about 7%. We're only about
not
7%.
much.
They said I've seen it 8%, highest, 12%. I think that might include maybe they consider certain Middle Eastern groups.
No, they're factoring in
Mountains,
the
whatever.
Eastern Bloc Slavic countries too.
Yeah. But
Which
let's be
didn't used to
honest,
count. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. But yeah, I think 8% is probably a good number.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would agree on that. It's a rough,
And so I don't know what people are talking about. Okay, guys, homework. All right, guys, ask people in your circle what percentage of the world they think is white. And I guarantee you they'll say 60% or 70%. Because there's people I work with who have PhDs and they said 70%, 60%. I'm like, what are you smoking? Are you smoking your lunch? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, even an educated person would probably say around 25 or something, which is, a huge, miscalculation,
Yeah. But it just doesn't make any sense. Right? White privilege is not real. Because guys, here's the thing. By the numbers, white people just happen to be the majority. There is majority privilege, but that means that they make up a good chunk of the top part of society, and they make up a good chunk of the bottom part of society. Logic, math. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I lived around
That's
that
just how
too,
it
man.
works.
Yes, I've lived around plenty of those. Yeah, like
guys,
the ones you see in the
I've been to
documentary,
West
dude. I've
Virginia.
driven
Yeah,
through
yeah.
that. I've lived there, dude. I grew up there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen Appalachia. I've seen white people living in shacks. You know what I'm saying? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Poverty, the likes of which some people could, guys, you just
I lived in a city, and my buddies and I would hang out at like a corner store gas station. It would be the first of the month they would get the food stamps. This van would come in. These people that probably can't even say it on here, but just mentally gone, dude. And, we're going shopping, and they go in there with books of food stamps and buy like cases of soda, and we would just be boggled at it because obviously you're spending 4 times as much, but they didn't care. They're buying food stamps, but just ridiculous, dude. Just trashy.
Like, is it a privilege? Is it a privilege given to someone if they decide to keep their family together, like a father? Is it a privilege that's given to me from someone else if I stay?
Now, this whole live stream, this chick here, she's caping for black people, and she's looking at this girl when this girl's conservative, right? She's pretty based.
My family,
and then she gets shocked. This idiot here gets shocked when she doesn't agree. And guys, I guarantee you this chick's a well, right? She looks like the type.
As the father, and another family, in another family, they leave, because that's an action. Like she just said, all of the statistics around fatherless homes the correlate is so massive for these kind of instances: crime, mental illness, drug abuse. There's so many things. And so when you say, well, it's a privilege, well, what if it's the case that your culture and your ideology actually provides the privilege? What if I granted you that white people are privileged, but it's not given by some power? Isn't it possible to generate your own privilege? Can't you generate your own privilege?
Guys, look at her 2.6 brain cells. She can't even... She can't even understand the quack question. But that, guys, is a legitimate question. And guys, here's the thing. Black people, we, up until the 60s, we were the most married. We had the lowest crime rates. Black people know how to do this. It's only been the last, 60 years, So,
I mean,
you can. I mean, every situation is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you delineate the privileges that are a fruit of the ideology and the culture and the practices and the choices from the ones that are sort of granted from this invisible arm of power that's like, you're white? I mean, have you been to the South? Like some of these places are super poor. They're not privileged, right? Like, what's his name? Theo Vaughn was like, I'm not privileged. I had to share a plum with my black friend, right? We're like, look at this plum we're sharing. It's like, this experience of being privileged it's not even predominant everywhere there's white people. It just happens to be.
And it's not a race thing, guys. It's not. It's a majority thing. That's how it works. If we go to China, the Chinese will have privilege. And guys, can you put a 1 in this chat right now if you agree that the United States does more to bridge the gap between the minority and the majority than anywhere else on planet freaking Earth, man? There's no country on Earth that you can actually say does more to bridge the gap between the majority and minorities. And people might argue the UK, right? But I would say that they're not doing they're destroying their own country. So they're not doing it right. They're not doing it in a long-term way. So
the particular types of families who have basically established generational wealth. Yeah. How can you establish generational wealth if the father is gone?
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Yeah, and I also think that it's sad to think that a child having 2 parents is like a privilege, because that's just something that a child deserves. That should just come with, you being a child. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be something that's like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky that you have 2 parents. Like, it's sad that we've come to that. Yeah. There's so many divided families and separated families that when I see somebody that has 2 parents, I'm like, oh, they're so lucky. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Think about every group that does good. Asians, Indians, small hats, right? Strong African immigrants. They have strong families.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, white people are more privileged.
And there
And
you go, guys. There you go. What do I say, guys? Think about the type of person who believes in white privilege and ask yourself, would you want to live around that person?
Yeah. Coming from somebody that's never worked a day in her life, I can believe her. She has privilege.
Yeah. Yep.
like,
How?
well, in many ways, but you don't have to worry about driving when black. Look at how many black men have been killed by the police for doing.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Clown world. Clown world. There you go, guys. There you go, right?
Absolutely nothing.
What situation
Hold
are you
on.
referring to? Sorry.
Well, can you give
George
us
Floyd
a
is
couple?
one.
He was doing absolutely nothing.
Well, not enough to get murdered.
He was high on fentanyl.
So?
That's what killed him.
The autopsy actually says he overdosed. Yes.
Yeah. He was screaming, I can't breathe before they even put him on the ground.
I don't know. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
Why would you? Yeah, why would you?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
I mean,
That's the whole.
I mean, that's really, you
really
should,
should
because the reason
and this is not a dig
that-
at you at all. I promise. I feel like that's the biggest problem with everything. People are not willing to do the deep dives and really check their sources of where they're getting the information.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, back in the day before there were programs like welfare and Medicaid and all that other stuff, Black people did do better because they had more of a drive to, because there was more of a reason to. When you give, and it's not a dig on Black people at all. My father's Black and Puerto Rican. My mother's Puerto Rican. Like, I'm mixed. So, but it's not, it's just about people. If you're going to always give people an out, then the wrong people are going to take it. And it's not saying that Black people are the wrong people. Don't ever take it that way. It can be white, Puerto Rican, Asian, anybody. Because if you go to New York City, you got all kinds of people on government programs that are just willing to pass down their Section 8 or their food stamps to the next family member. And that has absolutely nothing to do with their color, race, religion, whatever. That has not that. It's just about who's really willing to do the work. And in today's day, when something.
Yeah, like kind of in the same way that you don't think like white people can experience racism, like a Black person couldn't be racist.
I don't think white people can necessarily experience racism.
Is that not the dumbest thing you guys have ever heard? Is that not the dumbest thing you guys have ever heard? Right? Guys, yes, white people can experience racism. Of course.
Day and age.
She probably
because
never
there
will in
is
her
more
life, but I definitely have. You know, yeah.
privilege. There's more.
Right. Do you think
more is given to white people?
Yeah. Do you think men are more privileged than women?
Well, if you want to get technical, I mean, they are technically paid more. I mean, right across the.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is the basic liberal chick talking point checklist, right? Please.
Board aren't men.
But they also have to go to war and die for us. Yeah, that's So No, the way that the gender pay gap started to exist was they took all the median earnings between all men and all the median earnings between women, and they basically matched them up and said, oh, well, look, there's obviously a difference. But the problem is, if you take the lowest paying jobs, early childhood education, caretaking, nannying, etc. Those are like 98% women dominated. If you take the 5 most lucrative professions, pharmaceutical science, rocket scientists, et cetera, then you find that those are heavily male dominated. So of course, when you factor in personal choices, which feminists never want to do, you get this, what they call the wage gap. And then they blame it on men, taking that away from women. And they blame it on men, the patriarchy, which no feminist can ever define. They blame it on men because it's more define a comfortable. woman anymore. So how do you
If women were to make so much less than men, then why aren't companies just only employing
Always
women so that they can save money?
Gotcha. There you go. There you go, guys. Look.
She short circuited, dude, just like you said. Yeah.
All these feminists, you ask them one question, guys.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I don't know.
that wasn't me, guys. That was
Like, I love that you're real about it.
I don't know. All I know is that I'm passionate about, like, I don't know everything about history. During Black History Month, I sat down with one of my best friends and she told me a lot of information that I did not know.
Yes. She has a black friend, guys. Yeah.
Was I embarrassed for being white? Absolutely.
How do you know it was true, though?
She said she was embarrassed to be white, guys. Look at that. Guys, I need you to listen to me. And we'll watch like 2 more minutes of this. Any one of you guys who follow me who are white guys, never be embarrassed to be anything. Okay? The only thing you should have been embarrassed about in the past is if you've simped. Hey, that's over with, guys. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? No more. Because how can you be embarrassed to be white? Do you guys see, like, she's just so used to being her stupid little echo chamber, and people were like, "Yes, Queen! Yeah, you're so enlightened, Queen! Please."
You shouldn't be embarrassed for being white just because some white people have done bad things. Like some black, but some black people have done horrible things, and it sucks. Like with bringing up the George Floyd thing, is that the left screams the names of drug addicts and people who have tried to grape people or who have raped people, and like George Floyd, who held a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach, like. This was not a good man. They try to make him out like he was a good father, that he was dedicated to his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. He was not. He was a drug addicted piece of crap, basically, that did not deserve to die. I am not saying what the policeman did was right or whatever, but that knee on his neck did not kill him. He was dying of fentanyl overdose. But then look what happens. Is that you hear part of a story, you just read the headline and it blows up, and we made statues of this man.
Yeah.
Like we were marching the streets. These people burnt down cities for like over 100 days.
Yeah, my salon was looted.
That's disgusting.
Is she still showing out? Guys, look at that. I can't even watch this anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't. So guys, here we go, right? So yeah, guys. Anyone who wants to call in, hot take, white privilege is a myth, guys. It is. It is. And anyone who believes in it, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're lazy. You're a moron. And I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm just on one today. I don't know, guys. You know, maybe it's the villain arc. I don't know. But yeah, guys, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. People have never, ever been able to. And guys, I used to actually think that this white privilege thing was a thing back in college and back when guys, because I'm from Seattle. Colin knows, right? How Washington works.
Yeah.
Guys, you actually start, understanding things. And I realized that all of my good friends, like my friend John or whatever, they're white guys. You know what I'm saying? All of my friends that I know, guys. Colin, Lenny, do you guys know any multimillionaires?
Yeah, I know several. Yeah.
Okay. Can you agree with me that they've all just worked harder than everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're very cheap and frugal to the point of being an asshole.
Yeah. Yep. I know like 3 or 4 multimillionaires, and guys, I've watched them in my life make their millions, and they worked harder than most people. They made the right decisions, right? They didn't do stupid stuff, and they ended up being successful.
Yeah,
and a lot of times that's motivated me. I wasn't like, yeah, man, whole ass Colin making money. Yeah, man. That's how it's supposed to work. Colin, you were saying?
Oh, no, I was just going to say another big thing that I've seen with all of them is, they don't buy a brand new $90,000 Mercedes or a brand new, $85,000 BMW every 2 or 3 years. They'll drive, a good used car. They take care of it. And when their wife starts nagging about the neighbor having a new Mercedes, they just, Shut the F up. Stop. You know, you're not getting any new car. No.
Well,
Stop. You know.
everyone run. It's a Canadian.
Oh yeah. Well, I had to.
There you go. I mean,
Well, I'm gonna play my privilege card today. See, I need a few of you guys to hook me up now with some of those millionaire friends. It sounds like we all have friends that are like that, but damn it, mine are just missing in action.
but yeah,
That's hilarious.
I have a couple friends in my lifetime, in my 45 years, I've watched them become millionaires. You understand? And once again, you want to have that group, guys, of when you talk to them, every time that you talk to them, they're doing better than the last time that you talked to them.
Well, I had a question for you because you said you were on the kind of the other side of this argument in college and stuff. Did you find like a lot of time when you're getting kind of tricked into thinking a certain way, you have to like jettison and get rid of certain ideas that you always kind of held to be true, like I always thought Mr. Jones next door was a nice, respectful person, but now I'm starting to think, I was deceived. Like, what did you have to throw away to be able to swallow the pills you're talking about?
Oh, to like not believe this stuff?
Yeah, or no, like to when you did buy into it initially.
Well,
you know what I mean? Because it's like common sense stuff that humanity is complicated.
No, but here's the thing: when you believe this crap here, is you have a big weight on your back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just automatic narcissism. It makes you into the solipsistic like existence where you think that you're the center of attention. Because it makes black people go around thinking that all you white people wake up and think, how am I gonna get me to get a black person today? How am I gonna victimize them? And guys, none of us are that important. It makes women think that all the men that she walks around are trying to get her. It's like, no, it's such a weight on your shoulders.
Right.
And I remember when I finally
I disagree. Colin and I are going to take your ass down, and you just don't know it.
Yeah. but it also, all right. You guys know what the biggest thing that I think helped my mindset was people who believe in all this crap, like white privilege and all this other stuff. They assume malice all the time.
Yeah.
This is where mansplaining comes from. Guys, mansplaining has to be the dumbest, most damaging thing that I've ever heard made up by the woke-wokes. Because guys, Korg has Korg, Colin, Lenny, all of you guys have taught me stuff on this platform, right? Especially Korg. Korg's a little bit older, but he's talks about money, about finances, all these things that I've learned from. But think about me trying to say that he's like white splaining and then disregarding good information because he's a white guy. That's the stupidest thing I've ever. That's the most feminine thing I've ever heard. Is trying to say that someone's trying to tell you how to win in life because of how they look, their sex or their skin color. You can't listen to it, or they have malice. That's the dumbest, idiotic, loser-minded thing I've ever heard in my whole life. When I stopped doing that and I started taking information and saying, look, what is this person saying? Not who's saying it and how it's said, but what is being said. I started winning. My small victories increased by 1,000-fold. My life just took a total upward trajectory. Corey, you were saying?
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to say it's a little bit of like what Henry Ford said. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
So if you're a victim, you're right. You are a victim, and I think every one of us that's up here has had some kind of a setback in life. Health-wise, finance-wise, personal, some kind of a personal setback. And we could have either just sit and moped around the whole time and whined and cried and said,
Mhm.
oh God, nothing is ever going to good happen to me. Or you just put on your big boy panties and say, fine, I'm just gonna kick some ass, and by God, I'm gonna go down swinging.
But Cord,
and I think that's the
all of
difference.
that you said is not as bad as sitting there blaming other people for your problems. That has to be the worst thing. And I think, guys, that's the mindset that people who believe in white privilege have. Because I said this a 1,000 times. Guys, hit the like button, please. They go, oh, you stupid Christians, you're so dumb. You can't critically think because you presuppose the answer and that's God. So presuppositional thinking is stupid. Well, guess what, wokey woke? You do the same thing because you presuppose it's white people who did it.
Yes.
How are you supposed to solve problems? How are you supposed to think critically if you think you have the answer? It was white people.
Yep. The victims need a handout.
Ridiculous. And all
but
these.
Again, No, well, I was just going to say, it's like Omni said, people who are looking for a handout. It's people who if life is going to give you one in the chin, and it's up to you on how you're going to deal with it. If you're going to sit and I think about what was that stupid Jim Carrey movie? I know that doesn't narrow it down. Bruce Almighty. Remember when Bruce Almighty got his car impounded and the guy said, what the hell are you going to do about it? And he said, oh, I'm just going to piss and moan. And, you can either sit and piss and moan or you can do something about it.
Yeah.
Because I was doing that one time in my life and I got called out on it and said, look, either sit and piss and moan about it or do something.
Yeah.
And I thought, you're right. I'm going to get up and do something. And I did.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you're going to find, what's going to happen.
Yeah, The Rock said it. There's only two things that you can do: nothing and like it.
Exactly.
That's it. But yeah, guys. So white privilege is a myth. Anyone who perpetuates it is a scammer, right? And guys, this kind of leads into my segue. My next take, guys. College is a scam. Guys, it is. It is. Even degrees like MDs, JDs. DDH, whatever, guys, you'll be a broke dentist or a broke doctor or a broke lawyer. Tuition is so high right now that I believe that the majority of college degrees, other than maybe bachelor's in engineering or accounting, other than that, it's a scam, guys. It's a scam.
You know what the biggest scam colleges perpetuate is MBAs.
Oh yeah.
I've met so many people. I got an MBA and I thought I was supposed to get ahead in life, and I spent. You freaking dumbass.
Well, back in the 80s, the MBA was like the thing. You know what I'm saying? The
yes,
70s and
because
the 80s.
it was very difficult and very few people got an MBA.
But Cord, what happened that watered down the MBA? Women started getting them. That's what happened. That's what happened. Just like, guys, poli-sci, political science used to be. You guys know how many presidents and vice presidents and ambassadors and secretaries of state in like the 1905 to like whatever had poli-sci degrees. It used to be a really good degree, and also people would do poli-sci and then go to law school. And then what happened? If you ask most of these dunderheaded 304s what they're majoring in, political science. It's just an absolute joke of a degree. College is a scam.
Yeah, but so many of the degrees are they're like they're for a purpose. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this thing not to help people, not to get ahead in the world or whatever. But to like change something for some altruistic reason.
Yeah,
that's highly political. Like, I'm going to join poli-sci because I'm going to change the structure instead of like I'm going to become really good at being a political scientist. Like,
right?
It's that kind of stuff. And then also, I think the other aspect to some of the college stuff is when you have in the globalist mindset.
I'll be back, guys.
When you have nations that can provide the same degrees with the same letters and the same names and give you the same kind of leg up or the same stature in say the job market or workplace, and you have them from all these other countries around the whole world that have extremely different standards for academics, extremely different standards for financial reporting and openness and all of these things, and then you throw them all into the same pool together and go, okay, good luck, may the best man win. Like, it's just such a mess, right?
Well, in the American education system is really stupid too, because a bachelor's degree in some of these other countries takes 3 years, whereas in the United States it takes 4 years. Why? Because they add on all these stupid courses like I don't want to point out the humanities, but I mean just stuff that just has absolutely nothing to do with the degree and building toward that degree.
Yeah, and I think probably similar to our generations were the first to be really, really pushed wholesale into if you get your degree, you will be ahead of everyone else. And then just after that, the floodgates open and then everybody has it and it means nothing.
Well, remember that they teach a certain type of politics in college now. And that's I forget who it was that was saying that up until the 90s, the Democrats and the Republicans had some differences, but they were headed in the right direction. They just disagreed on the mechanisms to get in said direction, right? Correct. So like the Democrats wanted to take the train. The Republicans wanted to all drive cars, right? So but they were headed in the same direction. And then the 2000s and the 2010s, the Democrats just completely changed directions, right? They don't even think going in that direction is correct. They want to tear everything down, socialism and communism and free stuff and all this other crap. You know what I mean? And that's the major problem is how can you talk about political science where you're supposed to be talking about every single aspect of politics and not just one way. And the other way is an istafo. Corey, you were saying?
I was going to say the issue with the Democrats is that the extreme left wing was screaming about this stuff back in the 70s. And they just started to grow and gain power. If you look at some of the old videos and things like that, Bill Clinton's policy toward illegal immigrants was he apparently to this day deported more than Trump did. But somewhere along the line, the radicals took over and they've captured this as their banner. What is that?
It was in 2020. It was when Biden got in. Guys, for the majority of modern politics, Hillary Clinton, Obama, all of them were like, no, we're going to get these illegals out because these Republicans want cheap labor, blah, 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 blah. It was 2020. It just flipped all of a sudden.
Yeah, even Bernie Sanders. Yeah,
political flips that I've ever seen. It just happened so fast. It's just crazy. Like to actually see the Republicans being the get them out of here party is absolutely insane. Because remember they were talking about NAFTA and all this other stuff years ago, and now it's because we all know why the Democrats want these people here. You know, it's because people are fleeing blue states and moving to red states, and the only way that they can keep the population stable enough to maintain their congressional seats is to have illegals.
Right, because the census data on the census, they're not allowed to ask for citizenship status. So It doesn't matter how many citizens are in your district; it's how many people are in your district. Yeah. It's a total scam, and then not to mention, the future voters. Come on, the current voters too. Do we really think that the illegals aren't voting? Come on,
Yeah, guys. College is a scam. Anyone who wants to come up and argue this, I would like to see you try it. But guys, college is a scam. It's absolutely. Guys, I have a master's degree, right? I would not recommend that you young guys, you guys that are 18, 19, 20, go to college unless, once again, you have a scholarship, you have a GI Bill. You know what I'm saying? But then, guys, engineering, accounting.
I would say an associate's in business would always do somebody well, because if you know the mechanics of business, it's gonna help you in your personal life.
That's true.
You're not going to be one of these dunderheaded broads that, oh, I took out $100,000 in student loans and took a trip to Europe, and I don't want to have to pay that back because I got my underwater lesbian astrology studies.
Lesbian. But guys, I forgot what I was gonna say. Next state, guys. USA is the best country on earth.
I think that's subjective.
Timmy says illegal voters are not voting the left preprints to use ballots out in terms of men believe them. Some places, but then some places no, because they actually need to have the people come in there. You know what I'm saying? So guys, the whole voter ID thing, the fact that there's politicians out there who think that you should have to have an ID to buy beer, an ID to buy cigarettes, an ID to buy a firearm, an ID to get on a plane, but not to vote is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And guys, you could always tell who the most racist people are, and this is why that I say the left is the most racist group there is. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Black people are they just don't have IDs. Like, we're just too stupid to get IDs. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Right.
You know?
It's the racism of lowered expectations.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. But guys, the United States is the greatest country on earth. I don't care what anyone says, because there's nowhere else I'd rather live. The United States is the best. Guys, think of this. When you look at places like Canada, you look at Timmy, I'm agreeing with you, bro. They probably do that in some places, but then in other places, they actually do have them vote. I'm saying it's twice as bad. I'm saying that what you're saying is happening, and what I'm saying is happening too. You know what I'm saying? But guys, once again, the UK sucks, France sucks, Germany sucks, Africa sucks. Korea, Japan. Sorry, guys. Think about, you can't name anywhere else on earth that has more freedoms, more opportunities, more access to making opportunities to educate yourself, create wealth. In the United States, you can move to an area that better aligns with your politics, with how you want to raise your children, with how you want to be taxed, how you want to, self-govern. It's great, guys. The best thing that I ever did was move south. Guys, this is one of the only places where, barring a major war, we've had different parties in charge, and barring the cough, like, I think about my 45 years on this planet, my life really hasn't been that different. Even during the bubble bursting in 2008, I still had a job. I was in school at the time, but my life didn't really change. There's places around the world where, think of this. You're in a place where you're better off being homeless here than living in other places. Guys, you're better off being homeless in the United States than living in certain, in most of Africa, large parts of Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude. The fear mongering around dying in the streets because you didn't have health care.
Yeah.
In the US is huge in the minds of every Canadian. It's like, we at least we got it better. We just have to wait 2 years to get next.
Yeah, you guys just die on the waiting list.
And we still paid.
It get taxed. Is what one British guy said, where he said, look, he works in his paycheck. His company gives him health insurance, but in Canada and in the UK, him and his wife's checks, the taxes would both go towards the NHS.
Yeah.
So you're saving money by having to pay for private health insurance that one person can pay for. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. And these Canadian waiting lists are a joke. All of this stuff, Canadian healthcare is so great. It's free. Is it though?
And then in the same breath, it's the same on these victim stories too. It's the greatest thing on earth worth protecting, and then it's the worst thing possible, and the governments are always destroying it, and bring more people in to the country to use it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Ooh.
Let's see. Guys, hold on. There was a where is it? Hold on.
Oh, but I would love some American thoughts just on that topic, like surviving in the States without having a group plan through work. What's that look like?
I am so over Canadian healthcare at this point. Like, I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize how bad it was until I was in this stupid fucking tuberculosis test situation. I go to my school's clinic today, and I already had step 1 done at a walk-in clinic. Come to find out, the nurse is telling me that I'm still missing a vaccine, I need blood work done, all of this stuff that the walk-in clinic fucking messed up. Also, they didn't give me documentation of my step 1 test being done, so now I have to go and get that. And I swear to fucking God, if they charge me a fee, it's over. It's done. I'm crashing out. I am so over Canadian healthcare at this point. Like,
Watch this,
I knew
guys.
it was bad, but I didn't realize how bad it was until...
Watch this. Here you go. Where's the sound?
A day or two after the fight, you're getting worse first before you get better. So optically, it's going to look worse. But this is also the same thing in pro boxing. You don't see your favorite pro boxer after a 12-round fight 2 days later. So 2 days later, they also look worse. After all my pro boxing matches, the day after the 2 days later, I always look worse as well. So, keep this in mind. And there's stitched up here. And obviously, there's a little puffiness and swelling. So the worst of it is it's gone, I guess the only thing bothering me more right now, because even my eyesight is much better in my right eye. It's not back 100%, but it's much better.
Hold on. He talks about the UK's healthcare. Hold on. He says, he's like, dude, here it is.
But they have people in the UK that work in the NHS that in America probably wouldn't even be allowed to work on farm animals. And they let them work on human beings in these hospitals. And I was in that hospital all night. I was not, my wounds were not cleaned and all so on and so forth. So basically what I'm getting at is the complications from one of the stitches and the cuts, which is this one right here, has been constantly infected. And this is due to the animals that they have working at the NHS. Absolute inept animals, who also, by the way, were keeping me in the waiting room, not cleaning up the blood dripping down my face. And I'm hearing them like wash women in the other room, just gossiping, talking. The hospital's almost completely empty. They don't even have a guy there to stitch anybody, let alone at least, take care of whoever's in there. And one of the 2 scars probably wasn't stitched up well and didn't heal up well because of the infection and their lack of qualifications to even clean up a cut and stitch it up. Mind you, this is like kindergarten stuff in the U.S. If you go to a hospital in the U.S.
There you go, guys. It's funny how that works, right? Oh, United States is so terrible. It's so horrible. It's this and blah, 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 blah.
A cardiologist yesterday. I went to a cardiologist yesterday. I uploaded this video of the appointment. This is how it went.
Worry me a lot though whenever I feel it, just because it's on the left-hand side. But
that's your problem, and that's why they diagnosed your ADHD and right?
So even if I feel like tightness and
why
pain,
ADHD gone to psychiatry in adult?
yeah.
Still be.
So when it comes to the,
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
is there a time where I should be alarmed? Like if I feel tightness or pain, like
They will ask you like, why you complaining?
And I first want to say thank you guys so much for all of the sweet comments and messages I've been getting. A lot of you guys really want me to report this cardiologist. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that, if I'm honest. Only reason I videotaped this appointment.
But why wouldn't you guys? Guys,
yeah.
If a doctor?
The Canadian healthcare system actually sucks.
Because it probably took her 2 years to get in there.
Yeah,
Probably took
yeah.
her so long to get in there that she can't lose it, even though he sucks.
Okay. 2 things. So yesterday I went to the hospital with my dad because he wasn't feeling too well, right? For past 3 weeks, he was dizzy and he needs to go to a doctor. We called his family doctor and he's like, well, the next available appointment I have for you is in a week. So you can wait. But if he's feeling really unwell, he needs to go to the hospital. So we ended up going to the hospital, 3-hour wait time to see a doctor, whatever, in and out in 3 hours, which is, you know, prospectively, it is a good amount of time for Toronto healthcare system. You're usually there 8 hours. My old man, 75 years old, waited to do his CT and blood work and took them an hour and a half to see the results, to check if everything is good. Tell me why this doctor literally came in and said, everything looks good. Like, this is the sentence she used, and then she hopped out. Everything looks good. I don't know why you're dizzy. I don't know what's wrong with you. You didn't say it like aggressively. I don't know what's wrong. You need to see your family doctor. My family doctor referred me to you. And I was so tired.
But Canada, they have socialized healthcare. It's so much better than
So
ours.
I know this is not going anywhere, but I just need to vent. I have been having like pain on my right foot for like 6 months, over 6 months. And I thought it was because of work, because it hurts when I lift.
This person says, welcome to the club. I've been off work for 6 months waiting to see a neurologist at a specialized clinic at a university. Holy moly.
Because of the pedal, right? And then I was taking anti-inflammatories, didn't help. Then I went to Greece for 3 weeks. I didn't work. I thought it was going to get better. It didn't. So then I went to the doctor and I had an x-ray done. And then it was found that I have an injury in on one of my bones. So the bone was supposed to be like a little square and it has like a depression. And then, so then I was like, okay, how are we going to fix this? And they were like, oh, I have to send you to a specialist. And then he says, the wait time it has been over 6 months.
6 months. Guys, I blew my knee out, right?
Typical.
This is 4 or 5 years ago. I was in the ER for like 12 hours. That sucked. But the thing is, it was my knee. So like they were like, oh, well, you're not bleeding to death, whatever. I did that on Friday and had the surgery the next Thursday. So I hold on. I was on Friday, and then by Monday I saw the orthopedic person, and then Friday I went to the ER, had an appointment with ortho on Monday, and then had the surgery the following Friday. You know what I mean? And that was for my knee.
I can send you to Richmond, it can be.
As a Canadian, I had to look outside of Canada for healthcare. We now travel to Central America.
Oh, dude. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, there are lots of snowbirds that go down to Mexico and they do their healthcare and dental care down there. It's crazy. But if I was Canadian with money, I would go to Malaysia or something like that, where they got some higher tech stuff going on.
Wow. Yeah, guys, United States is the greatest country on earth.
Or the States. Yeah, and for a country like, like what, 90 or something percent of Canadians are within like 50 miles of the U.S. border. Like, they should just be driving across and getting some quotes.
Guys, I can tell you this too, that the United States, for how young our country is, think about all we've accomplished. You know what I mean? All we've done for the world and with the world. You know, and guys, people, your foreign policy. I don't care. I don't care. You can't get me to go, drop bombs. I don't care. I'm a beneficiary of said thing. So, guys, I don't care. I don't. You know? I love America. And, guys, I always love how, like, I'm black, and I talk about how much I love America, and there's all of these white people who, per the wokey wokes, have white privilege complain. It's like, I thought that by your narrative that I should be complaining. Because as a Black person living in the United States, I have lived and are living a better life than 99% of all Blacks that have ever lived, ever. I love America, guys. And guys, even in blue states like California, you can move to Palm Springs, move to the Inland Empire, and be left the hell alone. All the woke politics stay on the coast, you know? What a joke.
Yeah,
guys.
and I mean, you said 99% better than certain races, but the reality is it's 99% better than everyone in the world.
Yeah. Yep. Guys, hit the like button, please. Guys,
Wild.
anyone who wants to argue any of these takes, you know, hit the StreamYard link pinned at the bottom, guys. I'd love to hear anyone trying to argue against any of this. Guys, white privilege is a myth. College is a scam. The United States is the greatest country on earth. Guys, it's so good here that we compare ourselves to utopia and not the rest of the world. Guys, the United States, we mog everyone else. Asia, Africa, South America, Mexico, Canada. It's not even close. It's not even a contest. If you think, well, I think that's good. Imagine you living there. Imagine you moving there. Imagine you relocating there. What a joke.
It just, there's so much to filter through, like, because you hear it nonstop for decades, all of the anti-American sentiments, and the reality is like a majority of our country descends from Americans, so it's not like there's too much unique stuff.
But I honestly think that Canadians, like a lot of you guys, just haven't been down to and experience the United States. I mean,
it's right. It's true.
Yeah. Fine, but go to like a regular suburb or go to rural areas and you'll see just nice, friendly people.
Exactly.
So
no, snowbirds know it, and Gen X knows it mostly. But after that, I think a lot fewer people are traveling because of oppression.
Yeah, or Orange Man's and the White House. And guys, they don't realize how much, how little that the White House affects our day-to-day existence. You really think that like Colin and Korg and Lenny and myself, like when we got up today, there was anything going on in politics that affected us today? No, we got up, you know, we dropped our morning deuce, had some coffee, and just went about the day. So yeah, guys, wokeism is a cult. I don't care what anyone says. The feminism, the LDHD TV, you know, what am I missing, guys? The Palestine pro people, the pro baby deletion, it's a cult. It is a cult. Anytime when you talk to a whole bunch of people and they say the exact same thing, react the exact same way, guys, that's very cultist-like behavior, right?
Yep. I got my perspective on it is that anytime that you notice something, except familiar with cults a little, is anytime you notice you have to jettison that common sense or not believe your lying eyes anymore, then you know that you're getting hoodwinked into a group like that. So, for example, you know, like being taught to hate somebody that you used to not hate because you had no reason to, but someone found a reason to, for example, or ostracize someone because of something they did or said or believed.
When you see these girls and they post videos of like before college and there's some cute high school girl, you know what I'm saying? And then that first year coming back from they have the bull ring and if something causes you to completely change your entire persona, how you look, walk, talk, act, think, feel, it's pretty cultish. You know what I mean? It's an absolute joke. And guys, trust me, I'm from woke Washington State. So I've seen this happen, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. And the way that they've infiltrated that they're guys, what do we always say? Feminism's a death cult, right? I'll put a 1 if you agree. Everywhere that it spreads, societies die. Literally. When women stop having kids, it destroys the family. It's cooked. Guys, wokeism is a death cult too. Any country that allows this woke mindset to take hold is doomed. It just is. It's doomed. And Andrew Wilson said it the best. The solution is not going to be quick. It's going to be, you know, just like how Marxism and wokeism and stuff took 40, 50 years to actually embed itself in the culture and politics. If it's going to be fixed, we have to do the same thing, guys. We're going to have to get enough of our, you know, conservative, red pill, MGTOW, all of our ideas out there, because guys, what the socialists did is they played the long game and they use women to take over academia and influence the children. I think it was like Marx or was it Lenin said that, like, basically was saying that the most effective thing that you can do is make women teachers and have them take over education, you know?
Yeah, and so the common sense betrayal there, like we all grew up hearing, you know, don't bite the hand that feeds you, don't burn bridges, what's some other colloquial phrases, like things that are just common sense, right? And then you're being told to do the opposite, right?
Yeah. That's like the whole force doctrine thing, guys. If men wanted to, we could throw these idiots in cages tomorrow. But we don't. So what are you going to antagonize us for? That's the thing that I don't get. Guys, people need to understand where they are in the pecking order, you know? And you women hate to hear this, but look at Afghanistan. All the men who decided that women had rights left. And then the only men left decided that they didn't, and they got cooked. It makes no sense that we have minorities in the United States aggravating, or the majority poking the bear, per se. You know? What a joke. But yeah, guys, wokeism is a cult, and nothing good comes from it. Nothing. I can't name anything positive that's ever come from this woke agenda of foolishness. Nothing. They want to tell guys. Okay, you guys know. So to me, racism is, or any type of ism, is preventing a particular group from having access to all of the systems that make America great. So, but these wokey say that the American systems themselves are racist or sexist or whatever. Guys, due process is not racist. You know, the first, second, third, fourth amendments are not racist, right? Now, if Asians didn't have access to their First Amendment rights, that's racist. You know what I'm saying? That's two different things. But they're trying to say that the very systems that make America better than everyone else is racist. Guys, what a joke. What an absolute joke. And this is what these young kids learn. And this is why you young guys don't go to college, man. Because they will they'll try to indoctrinate you in this foolishness. You know? So, okay. But guys, socialism is for morons.
And you repeat yourself.
Huh?
You said socialism is for morons, and I said yes, and you repeat yourself. It's a redundant statement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, guys, socialism is for idiots, man. It really is.
It's always the same idiots say, well, the right people haven't done it this time.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's the whole no true Scotsman argument, right? Because you got to be an idiot to actually think that socialism could ever work, and to actually think that it's the best course of action to just take everyone's private property and trust the government will take the guns, take the rights, and take the property, and trust the government of all people to redistribute said property. That has to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because people can't even define what socialism is. All it is saying, oh, well, Colin and Korg and Lenny have what I perceive to be a lot on their plate. So instead of going out and filling my plate myself, I'm going to take it off of their plate. Their plate must have been made full by devious and underhanded means. It's ridiculous. And guys, there's player hating, pocket watching, dirty macking. That's all it is. It's just hating on those who are successful. It's a glass half empty argument. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much water is in these socialist idiots' glass. They'll always think it's however much empty. Because they will not stop until somehow they think everyone's glass is filled the same. Even if everyone's glasses are empty. And only one person upstairs has all the water. It's a joke. Guys, why do you think this socialism thing keeps taking off? Why? Anyone want to speculate as to why? I mean, anyone with half a brain cell can understand how stupid this is. This is True Vantage says socialism is taking from those who work and giving it to those who refuse to. Facts, yes. And guys, even the very idea, guys, I'm 6'3", 250, right? If there's a guy who's 5'5" and like 130 pounds, guys, I need more food than him. That's how it works. How is it fair if we both get the same amount of food? I'm a bigger guy. You know what I mean? And that right there is the most basic understanding of everything wrong with socialism. We get the same food, the same water, the same shelter. Why? It makes no sense. Socialism is for morons. And the fact that you can get sold on this idiocy really shows the failure of the public school system, colleges, social media, and that people are just sheep. They're sheep. I mean, I'm going to wear my Che Guevara shirt. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Capitalism, bro. It's terrible, man. Yeah. Ridiculous. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then they always try and act like they're academics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys just don't understand socialism because you're just too stupid to understand it.
Well,
you're just not smart enough to understand it.
There's that guy, I'm trying to look it up right now. There was one of these liberal left socialists who tried to buddy up to Che Guevara, and Che Guevara took his ass out.
Yeah. Guys, here, idiots like this guy. Here you go.
I don't think I can just say it.
I know, right? Here, guys, let me preface this with
Beta. I don't think that healthcare should be a business. I don't think that prisons should be a business. I don't think that war should be a business. I don't think any of these things should be for profit. I think they should be for the people. Do you actually know what socialism means, or do you just hear that word and then have pre-programmed thoughts and emotions that come out? Let's talk about socialism, what it actually means, at least to me, and why are people so against it? So first off, socialism is an economic and political system that involves collective ownership. This means that the working class owns the means of production. What does that look like? So I'm going to set up an analogy. Let's look at a farm or a plantation. On this farm, there are people who work the
plantation, eh?
Jeez.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
That is true, guys, because it's so funny that they talk about the bourgeoisie, right? But guys, how do the workers own the means of production? Because socialism wants equal outcomes, correct? Cord, Colin, Eleni, right?
More or less,
Well,
yep.
Who
As long as
decides
they're
what? What's that?
I was going to say equal outcomes as long as they're not part of the political class, because the political class always sits on top of everybody else.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank you very much. Who decides what fair is and who enforces said fairness? They have all the power. They have all the power. Is there transparency? How do you know that they're getting their fair share and not stealing and not getting more?
Most importantly, if they're not the ruling class, they get to pick what part of the production process they are. They're not going to be like just told what to do.
Yeah,
as absurd as it sounds, you know what I mean?
Not just
That's
that,
their
they're not
expectation.
producing anything. They're in charge.
Right.
They're
Yep.
telling everyone else what to produce.
Everyone can't be in charge. They're just
Thank
ridiculous.
you.
Fields, and then there is the owner of the farm. In our current capitalist society, all of the value that the workers on the field make gets funneled up to the owner of the farm. Now, the owner of the farm will distribute a little bit of that wealth to the workers in order for them to eat, to have water, and
But hey, dum-dum, they don't have to work there. That's just the thing. They can go somewhere else. And then said owner has to give them more wealth to stay or they're going to leave. You dummy.
And not to mention they don't have to take on the legal liability of owning the farm.
Yep. It's true. Yep.
honestly, that's about it. So the owner of the farm keeps a large majority of that money that is produced by the workers. Remember, the workers are the ones who are on the field doing the work, producing the product, the crop. They are the labor. Now, in socialism, what would be the case is that there is no farm owner, and the workers of the field own the farm collectively. And whatever is collectively decided is what happens with the money. The money is evenly distributed. The society that we live in now,
Despite the fact that some are doing more work than others, some are more important than others. Can you guys, why would anyone be a doctor if a doctor got paid as much as a person flipping burgers? Why would you go through all the effort of going to medical school? Why would you do a job where you could risk killing someone, right?
Right.
Why would you be a commercial pilot where you could risk you crashing the plane? Where you can make the same you're flipping burgers. This is a moronic, dunderheaded, idiotic way to think. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Socialism is for morons. The guys, they've been puppeting the same idiotic point my whole life, you know?
puts on the facade of being democratic, puts on the facade of the people's vote having a choice, having a say. But it's not the case. It's the mega corporations and the ultra wealthy who buy political positions, who donate large sums of.
Even if that's the case, right? We still have more freedom, and there are still people like Elon Musk. I guess think about all these people, because I have no problem with new money. It's old money. Oh, my family made money trading slaves. Connecticut. Biff Buff. Guys, Elon and all of them have made their money in my lifetime. So as corporatists and stuff, as America is, if you make a good enough product and you bust your ass, you can get rich too. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works, you know?
Money in order to get their way so that they can continue to exploit low-wage laborers, so they can continue to exploit resources. In a socialist economy, that exploitation cannot take place because it is the working class that dictates what happens. It is you and I that dictates what happens with our production value. There is complete social ownership. And because it is not dependent on a large wealth disparity like capitalism is, where there's going to be ultra rich people and ultra poor, that wealth can be distributed evenly and fairly to everybody so that everyone has access to their basic needs: food, water, shelter, things like that. Everyone has a decent living standard. In this society, there would be universal health care. You wouldn't have to worry about medical debt. You wouldn't have to worry about being able to afford to be taken care of medically. There would be universal or free education. So the education that you or your children can get isn't dictated by how much money you have, because that's not what brings you value as a person. You are.
This guy's so full of it, dude. You guys see?
Somebody got into his mother's Xanax cabinet.
Yeah. True Vintage says, even if he is connected, so what? So what? Guys, Elon, if he gets another billion, that has nothing to do with any of us in this chat that is getting our money. He might be connected, but he's not one of these Connecticut blue blood old money types from the 1800s on. You know what I'm saying? That's why everyone was saying stuff about the Kennedys, even though that they made their money bootlegging. There's the Rockefellers and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But either way, guys, don't pocket watch. Worry about your own money. Worry about connecting yourself. Worry about surrounding yourself with those that can. You guys can build stuff together. I have friends like, Jeff Bezos is $1 million, $1 billion, dude. What is that? What is that going to do? I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, guys, socialism for idiots. It is this. And look at some of these idiots that are, look at this.
Recently, you've probably seen some comments that are saying socialism just hasn't.
She's against it because there was another idiot who was talking about this stuff.
I'm a socialist because I think we should fund public education, not bombs that kill innocent children.
I'm a socialist because I want to see my immigrant communities live with safety and dignity.
I'm a socialist because I know that the only way we all get free.
I mean, look at this.
Oh, between that and the glasses.
What a joke.
Is if we put
Yeah, socialism and do away with the military. That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Socialist because no child should have to go to bed hungry or without a roof over their head.
I'm a
Okay,
socialist
so
because I
I'm
want a
going to interrupt
sustainable
this
future
and
for
say.
Well, hold on.
that,
When the prison doors are open, what now? Here, let them live with you, you dunce. What are you talking about? What are you saying?
These morons need to go look at some of those videos from the countries behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah.
From the 50s all the way up until the 90s. And yes, there were children that were going to bed hungry. There were people who they were lucky if they had running water. They didn't have the efficiency of a capitalistic system, because when you have if you have a capitalistic system without guardrails, yes, the winners do stay on the top and they make sure that they stay on the top. But when there are limited guardrails on the system that keep things just within balance, you can come knock the king of the mountain down.
Well, Corey, you and Lenny both were in the military, right?
Yeah.
You guys, Corey, you were in Germany too. Lenny, you were in Germany, right?
I've stopped through there. I've never been for any amount of time.
Corey,
No, I was on board ship.
Germany? Okay. Well, guys, if you go to Western Germany and then you go to Eastern Germany, just look at the architecture. You'll see the difference between the Soviet and yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, so-
I remember when the wall fell.
Yeah.
Yes.
The German. Oh, go ahead, Colin.
No, please. I'll right after you. Please finish, please.
I was going to say, I remember when the Berlin Wall fell, and the formerly West German government was sitting there trying to figure out, what the hell do we do to modernize the eastern part of the country? Because the East Germans, who were way, way on the other side of the wall and had no idea what the West was like, it was like trying to bring people from the Stone Age over. And they could not comprehend what it was like to live in a country with plenty, so to speak. And, where the electricity is on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, not from Thursday at 2:00 in the afternoon until Thursday, at 1 a.m., that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Not having to stand in lines. I'm not joking, guys. These people would stand in lines for hours to get basic necessities for groceries, and it was not uncommon for them to go in and there not to be any bread, and these people to try to figure out how the hell they were going to make it until next week when the bread deliveries were expected to arrive.
Yeah.
I'll stop there.
Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut in, but when the wall came down, I was that wretched mother of mine and I, we were actually still in Germany at the time. I was what, like 10, going on 11, something like that. But anyways, one of my aunts, my aunt Kathy, she came to visit because what she wanted to do was, now that the border was open, she wanted to go visit East Germany, right? And we went on a road trip, like, I guess we rented a car or something. I don't know. I'm still a kid at this time, right? But we went over to the other side, dude, and it was a completely different world over there. Every single building was nothing but a just plain basic
Square concrete, right?
What's that?
It was like a square, like concrete look.
Yeah. These were buildings that would make the inner city, hoods, ghettos, and projects look like luxury condo buildings. Pretty much, the few people who did have cars, they had those little trubbies. Have you ever heard of that? The trubbies? Just Google it. The trubbies. These were basically
the Trabant. That was made out of cardboard.
Yeah. Well, we call them trubbies, but yeah, the Trabants. Basically, these were little, absolute pieces of crap that would make a Volkswagen Beetle look like a luxury car, right? I remember we were driving around, and we still. This is like, this is about, I want to say about 5 or 6 months after the quote unquote, wall came down. We still saw old Soviet tanks. I mean, these things were rusted, rotted out. I'm pretty sure now, thinking back, I'm pretty sure they didn't even run anymore because they had big, huge, semi-truck flatbed trailers parked behind them. But somehow the tanks weren't loaded up, probably because the tanks weren't running, right? They couldn't put them on. Dude, this is an absolute, desolate shithole. I mean, you could... Even when, like I said, I was like, 10 going on 11, even back then, I was like, oh my God, I can't, like, really? Like, and keep in mind, because of that wretched mother of mine in West Germany, we were already in poverty because she was such a goddamn knucklehead. But, going over there, like, my mind was blown. Like, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it was yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It really is that people, they fall for this socialism thing. And guys, you can only, okay, it's crazy because in the early 1900s, like the Bolshevik revolution came as a result of crisis. But it's like now, it's like abundance leads to people thinking about socialism. It's very strange. The people who have, because there's always some rich kid who wants to talk about socialism as they're driving daddy's BMW. I went to college with so many trustafarians is what we used to call them. They would drive the BMW around the building and then ride their bike to class. It's ridiculous. Dunderheads. So, but yeah, guys, socialism is for, I have college is a scam twice. Apparently it is because I went to college and I went twice. Hold on, guys. Screw it. Yeah, so college is a scam. Guys, the UK is doomed. It's doomed. TR, what is the Reform Britain Party is trying to do its best? But guys, the UK is totally cooked. It's totally cooked. They're defending perverts and, guys from certain sand areas. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's do this. you have women saying, look at this. So let's go here. Guys, the UK is everything that that we hyperbolize the United States to be. The United States is wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Who's that?
We begin with breaking news at 3.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Colin, you go right, I'll go left. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Look at this, guys. Hold on.
The known election denier, Tita Peters, is being let out of prison early. Welcome into 9 News at 3. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
And I'm Sam Shocker. Democratic Governor Jared Polis just commuted Peters' sentence within the last 15 minutes. She's about 17 months into what was supposed to be a nearly 9-year sentence. 9 News political reporter Marshall Zellinger joins us now. Marshall, the governor has hinted for months that this could be coming.
And here it is, Sam. This afternoon, the governor made the decision to commute Peters' sentence, shrinking it from nearly 9 years to 4.5, and says she'll be out on parole June 1st.
What'd she do?
He did not pardon Peters, so her conviction stands. She'll still be a felon for her role in a security breach of election equipment in a failed attempt to prove voter fraud in the 2020 election.
Oh, wow. 9 years. Wow. Check that out. Where are we? Hold on, guys. I gotta do this quick.
On March 7th.
Okay, let's see this. So, guys, this is McGinnis, Andrew Wilson talking to Simp Piers Morgan, right? And hold on. Where is it?
We've got in the United Kingdom is lots of different cultures imported into this country, not homegrown, not part of traditional British culture, having a protected blanket put around them, being celebrated and promoted with our British culture being set aside. And these people are operating often in cultural silos, absolutely at odds even with each other. So, for example,
this guy's Pakistani. He's saying this. He's agreeing with us, guys. Why is it that we're Americans and we care more about the state of the UK than a lot of the Brits do? Isn't that nuts, guys? You know what I mean? Dude, British
it's
men.
The same. It's the same problem here because I just happened to listen to that a news show on the way home tonight that we have this problem with people either like the colleges are catering to foreign students more than they are to American students. And then you've got these people who this guy was explaining live in the United States, but they serve on the Congress in Mexico, but yet they're agitating people who are from Mexico trying to assimilate in the United States.
Well, you remember what John Carlos said about I think the president of Mexico? She had like a house in San Diego, and finally they kicked her out and said that she's not allowed to live outside of Mexico or whatever. It was nuts. Or maybe it was like the head of the state of Tijuana, or both. Who knows?
Example, when there was a cricket match, Piers, I know you're a cricket fan. When there was a cricket match between Pakistan and India, rival groups of Hindus and Muslims in Leicester went to war against each other over a cricket match where England.
Can I ask Ben? Hang on.
That is a cultural.
You make that a cultural thing. Ben, am I right? Hang on, please. Hang on, please.
In the United Kingdom.
Hang on, please.
Now, Piers Morgan, he's a simp and he's an idiot. True vintage is correct. And guys, anyone who wants to come on up, guys, just hit the StreamYard link. You know, because I would really like to see someone argue this. Guys, the UK has fallen. They're so cooked. They're so cooked.
Ben, am I right in thinking that all your family then were all homegrown, going back centuries?
No,
guys, he said culture is homegrown. Okay? Now, guys, and what's crazy is they're gonna run the actual footage back, and Piers Morgan's gonna look like a freaking clown.
Not suggesting that from.
Well, where were they from?
No, the key thing.
Well, hang on. Where were they from?
My father's Pakistani. My mother is English.
So none of your family are homegrown.
Why are me and Ben
fighting right now?
What's happening?
I
I feel like I want to fight Ben right now. Can I just?
How extraordinary that someone whose father's a Pakistani
I'm not
is
making-
preaching to us about the need for everyone to be homegrown.
He never said that.
What are you talking about?
No, I never.
he's talking about assimilation,
I have to
Piers.
America. are complaining about
Assimilation.
you
We
have
don't
to.
all talk at once. Ben.
You've accused me of saying people have to be homegrown. That
You
is
did.
completely
No,
wrong.
you literally just said it.
No, what I said was we need cultural assimilation. We need
Homegrown was your phrase, not mine.
No, I didn't say homegrown.
You did say
I said-
homegrown.
No,
You said
I never said homegrown.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to play it back
Play it
to you.
back.
Hey,
Okay.
watch. Piers Morgan thought he got him. He thought he got him. Watch.
Get
Play the
clip.
context.
Get
Play
me the
the
clip,
context.
and when it's
Play
ready,
the context.
we'll play
Play
it
the
back.
context.
You said homegrown.
What we have set
got it?
aside, what we have set aside in the United Kingdom is a homogeneous, settled
Culture.
British culture. Because we have practiced mass migration from cultures that are different to ours, and we've protected
like Pakistan.
and promoted them,
Like Pakistan?
including Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria, North Africa.
Is your father still alive?
My father is still alive.
Okay, you're going to send him home?
No, it's
Is that not the
not
dumbest
a matter
question?
of deporting every.
I try to not swear, but do you guys see that this goes to wokeism is a cult?
Yep.
You can't honestly think like Piers Morgan and just not be in a cult or be a moron, you know? Guys, what a joke.
One who is not.
What is it then?
It is a matter of having cultural homogeneity. So we are settled as
Your
a
father
country.
wouldn't be from
The
cultural
Unite-
homogeneity.
But
He's from Pakistan.
the Unite the Kingdom
He
March.
assimilated.
Why
is-
wouldn't you deport your father?
The Unite?
He's just trying for that typical gotcha BS moment that they
and
always
he's not
do,
even
dude.
good at
Picking
it.
One
Guys,
picking
he's
one
not
part.
even good at it. That's why he
Yeah,
has
he's
Andrew
not.
Wilson on
He
here.
never gets
Guys,
anybody.
guys,
He never
can
does.
you
You're right,
think- yeah.
AJ. Never.
Oh, guys, put a 1 if you agree. 90% of his most viral clips in the last year have been because of Andrew Wilson. Shepard, hey man, if you have your phone and a headset, you can click on the StreamYard link on the app in your phone, buddy. You know, so guys, if your computer doesn't have a mic, you can use your phone. So
I'm not going to deport people who are perfectly law-abiding
you're never
and
gonna
respect.
deport anyone.
So
This is
as
why
long
we're
as it's
having
members
this
of Ben
discussion.
Habib's family,
No,
they don't
no,
get deported.
This is so.
But if it's
twisted.
anybody else from
yeah,
Pakistan,
like we're in like bizarro world here.
they all get
I-
sent
Picks a
home.
random talking point
What
that's not
we
even
need in this
associated.
country
Yeah.
is a reversal of mass migration, and we need British culture, including our Christian constitutional and cultural roots, to be put first and foremost at the heart of our cultural
And
settlement.
how is that controversial to say?
Yeah, and look how well
Yes, that's
spoken he is.
how cooked they are.
Dude
That's
hasn't lost his temper.
controversial.
Yeah. Hasn't
What's
lost
that?
his temper, been extremely well spoken the entire time, too. Made better sense than Piers like by 100 times.
This is why I can't do debates, guys, because I just cuss
No.
Piers out. Like you oompa loompa looking, bean eating, beans and toast eating.
Andrew's got to be spiraling right now. He's got to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
fiending
yeah,
for another
yeah.
cigarette, dude. Just
Yeah,
listening
yeah.
to this.
This is where this country. My father is not. He's not really religious. He's drunk all his life as a Muslim.
Wow.
As a Muslim. As a Muslim.
Your father's a Pakistani Muslim, but you want people to be homegrown Christians.
I didn't
wow.
say homegrown.
Wow.
Christians. I
All the
didn't say homegrown.
labeling.
You did say homegrown.
Cultural-
By the
didn't.
way.
You guys not see that modern
We can't,
Muslims
just to
are
be
not
clear to
assimilating
viewers
Britain?
watching.
How
to
do
be
you
clear,
not see
hang
that?
on, hang on,
Play it
please,
back.
hang
Play
on.
it back and
No,
play
no.
it.
Afterwards,
Great
I'll be
of our country defines cultural nationalism as
Guys, he said the same thing 3 times. And Piers Morgan is just, duh, I'm Piers Morgan. Duh. You guys, this guy is controversial in the UK. This guy is a ist and a phobe and a blah, 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 blah. And guys, why is it that people say that criticizing Islam is racist? Guys, last time I checked, Islam is not a race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is going on? If that's the case, guys, anyone who's from the UK in here, drop a 1 in the chat. All right. You UK, you English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish. I need you guys to talk about how you want to save the indigenous peoples of the British Isles. Right? There you go. Indigenous people's rights. That would work. It would. There was a guy that was back when I was coming back from Ireland, and I was talking to him about immigration, and I could see that he kind of didn't think it was right, but he didn't think it was right to say that it wasn't. And I was like, bro, you know how we talk about the Native Americans here? He's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, that's how you guys are in Ireland. In the same way that people claim that the Europeans conquered the Native Americans, people from sandy areas are conquering you guys. And he was like, I never thought of it that way.
Being far right. You can go to the government website. It defines cultural nationalism as being far right. In order to have a society, in order to have a nation, you need a common culture. And in order to believe in, if we believe in our common culture, a British culture, we are now defined as far right.
You're the son of a Pakistani Muslim, for God's sake. But your dad is
Britain.
They were temporary laborers.
What's that?
Man, how racist is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there, use your eyeball.
What's your citizenship?
That's also not Pakistanis.
Yeah. God in the United Kingdom, think, because you want to have a head-on, absolute head-butting.
Just name one.
His father assimilated. This is a
How
red
do you know
herring.
his father
We're
assimilated?
talking about assimilation.
You don't know his father.
Modern Islam is not assimilating in Britain. It's incongruous.
Actually,
in fact, why are we denying?
Now they actually play the clip, guys. Hold on.
If we're being overrun.
Well, I don't think you want to go near that third rail, but it
represents probably the most right-wing.
I'll have to find it, guys. But they actually play the clip back, and Piers totally eats it because he's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. What's this guy's name? Hold on. See if I can just pull it up. Here you go. But yeah, he actually plays the clip back, and like he was so wrong. Guys, what's this guy's name? Is it here?
Oh no, we found out what you are.
Had one thing in common.
Cultures are not homegrown. So he said context of that clip.
Clip again. The cultures were not homegrown. The cultures want to deport everyone. It's rubbish. I spoke at the 13th of September. There were lots of different ethnicities present, but they had one thing in common. They love this country. They love its history.
Okay,
they love
we've now
its
got
culture.
the clip.
You go,
Let's
guys.
play it.
Yeah. What we've got in the United Kingdom is lots of different cultures imported into this country, not homegrown.
Yeah, I like that. IVN, and just British national. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yep. Guys, save the indigenous peoples.
Cultures are not homegrown. The cultures are not homegrown. That's the point.
Yeah.
The cultures are not homegrown.
Gotcha, Pierce. You dumpy, moronic idiot. Look at that. He can't even say he's sorry. He can't even say he's wrong. Even the guy he disagreed with. It's like,
smug still. Yeah.
you fucking got you there.
Grown.
Yeah,
I did not
exactly, I
use
got
it
you
in a
there.
racist sense.
You assured me you didn't use it at all.
Yeah, but you've taken the cultures were go and play the clip again. The cultures were not homegrown.
I'll play it again.
I didn't.
Hey Pierce.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Hang
on, white people calling a brown guy racist. That's what Britain has become.
Let me go to Andrew. Let me go to Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, because you're cooked.
Yep, I love it.
Cooked,
Yep.
you dumpy
That's exactly
moron.
what we've been saying the whole time. Yep.
Cooked.
He is actually correct here, Pierce. He said the cultures are not homegrown. So he's saying that these are foreign cultures which are coming
Absolutely.
in.
Thank you.
That's
Guys,
literally the
they
concept.
went on for what? 10 minutes of Piers Morgan saying he was wrong.
Text of that clip.
Right. But his own father is a Pakistani Muslim.
Oh, keep digging, Piers. And when you get to China, get me some chow mein.
So his culture is
but-
not
so guys,
homegrown.
once again.
So my point is,
Well,
he's a
there's two-
flaming hypocrite.
No, he's not.
And he doesn't
That's
want his
not
dad
his-
deported,
No, that's
obviously,
not his culture,
because it's his
but that's
dad.
not his culture.
He just wants other
Wait, his father
Pakistani
assimilated.
Muslims
I've never,
thrown out.
How is that his culture?
I've never advocated for mass deportations of people who belong in this country, who buy into this country, love this country, are prepared to die for this country. I've got no issue with people like that. The people I've got problems
Nobody
with,
does.
who bring antithetical ideologies to this country and cause us, wish us harm.
You guys, we're talking about women's rights, LDHGTV rights. Also, guys, this is crazy that you would think that, bro, as much as we talk trash about these 304s and the LDHGTVs, guys, we don't think that they should be tossed off of buildings or stoned or any of that. You know what I'm saying? They're bringing in people who want to see, who don't believe in Western ideals at all. That's the craziest part about the cult of wokeism, is that they honestly believe, like, they're letting in people that are antithetical to their own movement. You know what I'm saying? Guys, UK is doomed. It's doomed. Until further notice, it's good. And guys, next one, Canada sucks. Canada's on its way to where the UK is. Canada sucks. Guys, Canada sucks. It's terrible. It's horrible. It's cold. Right? You know what I mean? It's just, guys, and they have the smugness when it comes to the United States, and they gave their, guys, here's the thing about Canada. The UK has illegal migration and a lot of legal migration. We have illegal immigrants. Guys, Canada just legally let a bunch of people in and got cooked. That idiot Trudeau, guys, they legally let all these PvP people in, and now their kind of country's cooked. You know what I'm saying? Snowboard, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, when it comes to Canada, they have Quebec. So that's what sinks them right there.
Yeah, Quebec wanted to be its own country.
It's Quebec, you frickin' American.
Yeah.
Quebec.
Oh, True Vintage is in Toronto. Hey, buddy, if it was up to us, we'd move you down here, man.
Yeah.
All you Canadians, though, you know, Omni, True Vintage, all you guys, we would totally sponsor you guys to come down here. You guys would love it here.
AJ, you need to get that rant from Canadian Bacon when you're bad mouthing Canada, so you can finish up and saying, "I'll tell you something else. The beer really sucks."
Yeah. But guys, really, like, there you can't argue in any way why Canada is not only just worse than the U.S., but I mean, Canada should be capitalizing on its energy exports, and it cut itself at the knees doing that. It's ridiculous. Canada is just, because I hate the cold, so everywhere in Canada is cold. We have every single type of environment here in the United States. Canada is cold, and more cold. Cold and mountain cold and French cold. No way. Canada sucks, man. They're in some trouble. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. There's no end in sight, guys. What a joke. Well, their economy sucks. The healthcare sucks. Their media sucks. Everything about Canada sucks. Their politics sucks. And people can be like, "Oh, well, you know, you're just mad because you don't live there." No.
Well, Canadian poutine is pretty good, though.
Yeah, poutine's
That's
good.
true. You know, I mean, who doesn't like some good, you know, fries with gravy and some cheese? I mean, come on, man.
Actually inflate it. You see, before the pandemic, Canada had a law where if unemployment was above 6%, Canada would not accept any temporary foreign workers to fill low-wage positions. The purpose of this law is to make sure that when unemployment is high, Canadians could still find work. It was also to ensure that wage growth happens and that the labor market isn't tilted towards large corporations. However, on April 30th of 2022, Canada abolished this law and had pretty much an uncapped foreign worker system.
Look at that, guys. Right there. That should tell you everything you need to know. And guys, look at this. Look at that. 2020, bam. Look at this.
So that's why.
Look at this, guys. See that? In less than 2 years, bam. Look at that percentage of population growth. These are all immigrants. What a joke.
And mind you, also these are mostly immigrants from India. Mind you, these are people.
Yep.
Remember, India. You know, India is a country where more than 400 million people a day they shit and piss in the streets because they have nowhere else and they just don't care. Like, yeah,
terrible. Terrible.
Why Canada's population in 2021 was just under 37 million, and just 3 years later, it is 42 million.
Whoa! Look at that. Cooked. It's just inexcusable. And Canadians are so not the Western ones, but the rest of the Canadians are so stupid that they think that they're doing a good thing, letting these dunderheads in.
By the end of this year, Canada may have seen a 14% increase to its population in just 36 months. And all of this immigration is great for large corporations looking for cheap labor and having thousands of applicants per job listing. It's also great to artificially pump up those GDP numbers before an election. But this also means that wages will not increase because now corporations will prey on the most desperate people who need work to stay in a foreign country. The irony is that even during a time when unemployment is over 8% in cities like Toronto, thousands of businesses, including many large corporations, are asking the government to hire foreign workers because they can't find any Canadians. So why couldn't these businesses hire Canadians? Well, they probably could have. It's just cheaper to hire foreign workers. But let's just say that there was a real labor shortage and that it wasn't made up by large corporations and politicians. And let's say that a restaurant like Tim Hortons actually couldn't find a single person to hire as a cook in Toronto. Why would that be? Well, let's do some math.
Here we go.
The minimum wage in Ontario is just over $17 an hour, but it's $16 an hour for international students. However, the current minimum living wage in Toronto is estimated to be at around $25 an hour.
Nice.
And that's the minimum for someone who has roommates and eats ramen noodles for half of their meals. The hourly wage needed to afford rent while working 40 hours a week, while also spending less than 30% of their income on housing, well, that's $33.62 per hour for a one-bedroom apartment in Toronto. So now let's bring this back to something I touched on at the beginning of this video. In 2015, the average one-bedroom condo in Toronto was about $1,500 a month to rent.
Look at this, guys. Look at that.
9 years later, that number has nearly doubled to $2,700 a month. The irony is that 9 years ago, even if you were making $15 an hour, you could theoretically rent a one-bedroom apartment, pay for food, transportation, and just get by in Toronto. But now, even with $17 an hour, with how high costs have gotten, you can't even consider applying for an apartment rental by yourself.
Damn, look at that, guys. Cooked. Canada's cooked, guys. It's so cooked. You cannot argue that Canada's not cooked. Canada sucks, guys. Sorry. You know what? And I don't have to be nice about it. Canada sucks. Canada sucks. Canada sucks. Canada sucks. But yeah, guys, anyone who wants to argue this, guys, white privilege is a myth. College is a scam. America's the best. And I'm tired of people. You got to be nice. No, we don't. And guys, single bombs destroy everything. everything. Single moms destroy everything. Between the little nug kids, little bastard kids robbing people, them sucking our tax dollars dry, they destroy everything. The cause of all the modern problems are single moms.
Yep.
It started with us blacks, and now it's the whites. I'm telling you guys, mainstream society, it's absolutely insane. How many videos have I done on single moms? You know what I mean? They're out there struggling, whining, moaning, complaining. What a joke.
Never ends. It's never ending source material, dude.
Yep. Look at this. Hold on.
Hey, y'all don't mind how red my face is. But I just wanted to get on here and say that I feel like the world is set up to be against single moms. Like, not even just single moms, just people with low income. Because this is the second housing place that won't accept me because I don't make enough money. I feel so defeated right now, y'all. I'm having to move out of my current house because I cannot afford to live here. And
well, guys, what would probably help her afford things? Gee, a husband, a father in the home. You know, what a concept, right?
Yeah, but
Wow.
AJ, you're making too much sense. I mean, how dare you? How dare you?
trying to find something to where I can go back to school and I can maintain school, work, and having 2 kids. And I'm trying to get accepted to government housing.
Of course.
But the past 2 times that I have, they literally tell me that I'm not making enough and that I have to wait around on a second assistance, which is rental assistance, which could be up to a year wait. And y'all, I'm just like, if you think I can't afford life, so I can't even move into this, how can I wait a year? Like, when I tell y'all, this is literally, I feel like this is supposed to be my year to feel free, and it's just like, like you being a single mom is gonna be you healing yourself and all this stuff, and it's like really being.
Guys, she's still going.
She must have just got a divorce or something. My year to come up with some nonsense like that, dude.
Yeah.
And a single mom is trying to figure out how you're fixing to survive. Like, I'm gonna throw up, y'all. I need to calm down, but I really have nobody to vent to. And I really don't give a fuck who has something to say about me crying on fucking social media. I'm not asking for a fucking handout. I just wanted to vent because maybe some other mothers know how I feel. Y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I'm sorry.
What a mess.
I feel like if you're
welcome,
dating someone,
clown. That was entertaining.
like the passionate matter.
So let me ask you a question, just a quick question. If a man has a history of domestic violence, does his past matter?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Is there anything else you wanted to add to that?
But I'm saying, like, I wouldn't go digging into his, like, ex relationships.
If you were told by a friend of yours that a man you were dating had a history of domestic violence, you wouldn't go digging, really?
I actually got told a lot about my current boyfriend. Like, people came up to me and were telling me things about him when we went out. And from seeing his character, like, I knew that that was just bullshit.
Okay, you didn't go poking around, though?
I didn't need to because I didn't care about what was happening previously.
What
as
if you
long
were
as
told that he had a history of kid diddling? Would you go poking around then since you have a
What?
daughter at home?
I use my discernment on. That's
Well,
why
you
he's
do
the person
your
that ever met my
discernment. What are you
daughter.
talking- do you think that they're just going to announce themselves and all their creepy vibes are just going to come out at
No.
once? Okay, well, let me just ask this very simply then. Would you allow somebody who had ever diddled a kid around your daughter?
Obviously not.
Well, then I guess their history matters, doesn't it?
I feel like if you're dating someone, like,
That guys. What a joke. What a joke. Yeah, guys, if anyone agrees with, disagree, okay, if anyone goes against any of this, they're a loser, a moron. If anyone believes that white privilege is a myth, if anyone disagrees that college is a scam, if anyone doesn't think the USA is the best country on earth, guys, you're just a moron. Like, I don't know what else to say, honestly. especially the whole white privilege thing. I think that bothers me the most. Because guys, over here, guys, we aren't tribalistic like the wokey wokes. Guys, in this chat or on my channel, there's people from all over the world, the black, white, Hispanic, military, non-military, whatever. Guys, we are all red-pilled and we're all going in the same direction. It doesn't matter if we have different religions, if we have different views on investing, we have different views on whatever. Guys, I guarantee you that most of us agree on like 95% of everything. That 5%, guys, just let it be. Guys, anything else on the topic before we switch gears here?
Nada.
Oh, let's do this, guys, because I've been wanting to watch this one. Hold on. Guys, thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate that. Guys, the algorithm has been really, really, really bad for red pill channels as of late. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. That's the sound of the police. Here we go.
After a multi-vehicle crash occurred at a busy intersection.
April 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, there's a motor vehicle accident. I just wanted to report at the corner of. I'm trying to figure out where I even am. Sorry, there's a big car accident.
An officer arrives and speaks with the driver who caused the crash by running a red light, but she acts clueless about the situation and clearly intoxicated.
Ma'am, do you need any ambulance or any medical services?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I just want this thing to go away so I can get.
Well, you're.
I just live across the street.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of effed up is what you are, right? Look at that.
Wait for a second.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Where are you coming from?
Right down the street.
Where's that? Just sit tight, okay? Your car can't drive. It's got a broken axle. Did you hit your head at all?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No, she's like this all the time. Oh, that's how her face always is. Oh.
Can you get this off of him? Like freaking
A hag with a bag.
I just live.
Oh.
Okay, well, we're going to try and facilitate that, but
you might as well call it an air hag. Oh!
we got some stuff we got to do.
What the fuck happened?
Well, that's what I'm hoping you can tell me.
I don't have an answer for that.
You don't have an answer?
What kind of voice is that, dude? Who is she, Uncle?
On 304 Avenue. Oh!
Like she's talking like a Muppet or something.
I know, right? She sounds like freaking animal from the Muppet.
Okay, well, where were you? Let's try to work this out. Where were you coming from?
Down the street.
Where's down the street? What road were you on? Are you on this road or this road?
I don't even understand what happened.
I'm trying to work this through with you so I can figure it out. Do you know if you were on this road here?
I know I was on this.
You were on this road here?
That's correct.
Okay, where are you coming from?
Down that road.
Okay, where down that road? Was it a building? Was it a dance?
It was just a road.
But
yeah.
where were you? Were you coming from? A house? A business?
A business, perhaps?
What kind of business?
There was a
bar.
long ago. I mean, what are you asking for?
I'm trying to figure out how we got to this position that we are in. What building are you coming from? What business are you coming from?
I wasn't coming from a business. Look.
So you left your house earlier and just drove around?
Yes. Could you please? All right. I'm upset.
I understand, and you have a right to be. You're just involved in a car crash. I understand.
I don't even know the car crash would have been.
You have no recollection of being in a car crash? All right. Do you have insurance?
Yes.
Can I see your insurance?
Yeah. If I can get into it.
Do you want to go on the other side?
No, you can pull us out. Yeah, you can have whatever you want.
She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't even know she's in a car crash. No. Two, can you roll medics just to check out one of these drivers here, please? Just come on. Why don't you step out so I can cut this out?
I don't know how to do this.
I'm going to cut this out, but I don't want to poke you with a knife. So step out of the car for me real quick. Just stand over here with my partner.
Seriously.
We're trying to figure that out. Stand over here with my partner.
This is ridiculous.
Over here, man. Why don't you stand
Hang
over
on
here?
a second. Let me catch your breath, please.
Okay.
She's so trashed.
You have everything you need in here.
Ma'am, I'm not going to go through all your paperwork. Can you please step out of the car and stand with my partner here so I can cut this out for you?
I'm not feeling well, so
Okay, I have medics coming to check you out.
I don't need medics.
While you're involved in a car crash, you have no recollection of being in a car crash. You don't know what happened, and now you're saying you're not feeling well. So let me cut this out. Stand over here, please. Okay. And stop.
Trying to turn north.
What?
Oh my God, you guys. This is ridiculous.
What way did they say she was coming?
She was going to turn. She was going east, trying to turn north on RSG.
She was going east, trying to turn north up here.
Yes. And this girl was just going west.
Okay, and that's why that makes sense then. Because she's saying she came from over there.
All right, and I'm just going to take this, get your information down. And
Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
Do you see anything
Once
in
again,
my car?
I wasn't here. Yeah, I see your airbags deployed, so that's.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now what? There's
I want to show you
there's your
something.
driver's license back?
Thank
And
you.
you're good to-
Come on over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Hang on. You gotta hold me up.
Oh,
Why do you have to
please.
go through-
It's like the most annoying chick ever.
What?
Because I'm shocked. Me.
Yeah, you can't drive this car.
God damn.
Do you have a coat or anything in your car that could keep you warm for right now?
Bitch.
I need to ask you a question, okay? Did you have any alcohol to drink tonight?
No.
You didn't have any alcohol?
No.
Any
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
narcotics of any sort? Any
Oh no,
drugs?
I don't do
Do you take any prescription
The lie detector determined that was
medication?
No.
You don't take any prescription
No.
medication?
No.
Guys, come on. Guys, come on. I've heard some crazy. If this chick is not on some Henny and some Xannies, then I don't know who is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh my God, motherfucker.
AJ,
Oh, son of
she wasn't drinking. She just had some wine.
Hey, what are you doing trying to start your car? It's not going anywhere. Where are your keys at?
I don't have keys.
How?
I have a fob.
My sincere apologies for assuming you
Look,
had keys.
I'm serious.
Do you
man.
where's your
I
fob?
have to go home. I have a puppy. at
Where
home.
is your fob?
I'm sorry.
Where's
I
your
don't
fob?
mean to touch you. It's right here.
Let me see your key
Come
fob.
on, man. You guys. Come on. What the hell
Thank
happened?
you. I'm going to hold on to this for now, okay?
Just for now.
Yes. Well, no. But are you taking this one?
Yeah.
There's the keys. She's trying to drive it.
I just want to go home.
Okay, you're not free to leave right now until we get this all sorted
it's
out.
okay. I get it. Oh.
Hey, ma'am, what are you trying to do?
No,
You're
I'm
trying to start it again?
No, I'm trying to get rid of this.
Well, you were just trying to start it, and then
Oh, I didn't know.
your keys.
I don't know how this works.
Do you take prescription meds for anything? I'm not related to this at all. I'm just generally curious. Do you
No.
take
No.
you don't take prescription meds? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you consume alcohol at all at any time?
Yeah, on occasion.
Okay. What were you out and about doing tonight?
I was going to get cabbage.
You're going to get cabbage?
Cabbage and my
Why don't you come on over here? I'm going to have you sit in the back of this car where it's warm.
I ain't getting out.
Well, they're towing your
I
car.
ain't getting
Why?
no.
Because you can't drive your car.
No, that's okay. I can just go to across the street.
I'm asking you to sit in the car where it's warm,
No.
okay? It's either sit on the side of the road or sit in the car.
I'll sit on the side of the road.
Okay, that's all right. You go sit over here, just on this corner here. Then. In the back. So, are you going to sit in the back of the squad, or are you going to stand on the side of the road?
Where can I be warm?
In the back of the squad.
Are you arresting me?
I would have told you that you're under arrest if I was going to place you under arrest. You're not under arrest. You're just
Please,
not
no.
free to leave right now because we have to finish our investigation. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go stand over here.
You hold my hand.
Yes, let's go.
Easy.
I'm not
Jesus.
And blow on this. Blow.
All right,
Blow.
guys, what do you think it's gonna be? Let's go, guys. I think 0.27. Guys, what do you think?
I'll say 1.8.
Man, She's hammered, but
I'll do the prices right. Just a little under.
Corb, what do you think?
yeah, I'm gonna go probably 0.23.
Okay, I think 0.27. All right, we got a 0.25. We got a 0.304. Hey-o!
Smart ass.
Actually, since Lenny said the price is right. I'll
hold it.
Blow. Harder. You have lots of practice.
Ready? Deep breath in like you're blowing a balloon. Blow. No. Oh, shit works.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Is that no?
Told you.
Try one more time.
Blow.
I told you I'm okay.
Until I tell you to stop. Ready? Blow. Okay.
I'm legal.
We're gonna try this one more time. I'll hold
You
it.
already did it.
A nice steady blow.
Her breath probably stinks too.
They're not gonna leave yet.
I'll make
Ready?
sure.
I'll hold it. Yes. Ready?
Yes.
Keep big blow in, nice and steady. Steady. Blow.
I'm not intoxicated.
You're not. You gotta listen. Last chance, and that's it. And then I'm gonna
They
make my.
already did it.
And then I'm gonna make my decision. Okay. So last chance.
You already have your decision.
Well, we're gonna get a no contest on this.
Listen to what I am.
No, she didn't study. She didn't have time to study for the test, officer.
Saying.
Listen to him.
Deep breath in
I
and
want
blow.
my car.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Deep breath.
He's like blowing it. She's like,
No, you're not asking me. Right there on the scene.
Breath in. Deep breath in, and do not stop until I tell you. Blow. Harder.
All right, fine. Done. We're good.
It didn't work.
Typical.
Do you
Am I
want?
okay or not?
No, you're not.
What?
Do you want to try again, or do you want to?
Why are you serious? Why are you fucking kidding me?
I'm trying to understand and make a sound decision. Okay, so you don't want to provide a breath sample.
Uh-oh.
Ew, that's gross.
I know it's gross. All right, do me a favor. Turn off the chains behind your back. You're in the rest review.
What? No.
Nice. Do not resist. Do not resist. Do not resist.
Oh my God, no.
Just keep your hands behind your back, please.
All right, both of
You're
you.
going to get an additional charge for resisting if you don't stop. Please stop.
Gentlemen, I'm not resisting.
Well, you were.
Sir,
Walk with me, please. We're going to go this
you
way.
have to drag me.
I would prefer not. You're grown up. We're all grown ups.
I'm 63 years old.
I know. So let's act like it, please.
And she's been insufferable her entire life.
Gentlemen,
Have a seat, please.
no.
Just so you know, everything's audio, video recorded, okay? Go ahead and have a
Yes, I
seat.
understand.
Have a seat, please. Have a seat, please. Here, please.
Don't do this.
You're going to get a resisting charge as well.
No, it's fine. I'm walking with you.
I was giving a
You
head
say you
move.
have a problem walking, but you haven't given us an extra.
Because we're going to
Failure
get
to
to
yield.
another one here.
Go through here and to your right.
Are you serious? To your right. And you're gonna go.
Caution, but no insured vehicle and failure to yield at a traffic signal. According to police reports, the other drivers suffered a broken wrist and concussion.
They didn't tell us. Guys, look at this. Guys, I hope you're not eating. Here you go.
You're not allowed to grab my fucking vagina.
Spread your legs. And I told you exactly before she came
Then
over.
take me to the jail and run the scan then.
Greasy.
Yo, dude, when an Officer Bubbles hits, dude, you're cooked. You're cooked, dude. When Sergeant Peanut Butter sits and points, you're so cooked.
Yeah, Sergeant
dude. You're
Scratch,
cooked.
man. I'll put you in the sneezer in a
Sergeant
heartbeat.
We have a literal body scanner.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Would you mind testing out for me?
Be careful. That was insider.
Ah!
Weekday afternoon.
Oh, God! Oh, it's so disgusting. thing. Oh, dude, you couldn't pay me enough to be a cop.
That's nasty.
Oh,
Gambia County, Florida, a sheriff's deputy
of course. Oh, Ohio, Florida.
he conducted a traffic stop after a routine plate check returned the vehicle as stolen. The passenger, a woman named Chastity, told officers she had no idea the truck
Her name is Chastity. Hey-o!
was stolen, that her brother had simply invited her along for a ride.
Yeah.
What the deputy did not yet know was what she was hiding underneath her clothing.
Hey, driver, go ahead and put it in park. Turn the vehicle off. Take the keys out, put them on the roof.
Hello. Go ahead and hop out for me, all right? Leave all your stuff in the car.
Yep. My phone?
Yep.
Leave it.
You can bring it. You can bring your phone if you need to.
Okay.
We'll step right back here. How do you know him? Let's
That's
go
my
step-
brother.
Okay. So the reason that you guys getting pulled over is you're in a stolen vehicle.
What?
The tag is reported from a stolen vehicle.
Wow. I don't know. He just bought that truck from a friend of his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you grab your ID for me real quick? Thank you. And if you'll just go stand next to your brother.
Yeah.
192. Would y'all slide that?
Oh, guys, did you see there that the bar association they ended the rule for DEI? So now, like people get into law school, all the DEI has been taken out of recruitment and admissions. and
Nice.
stuff. Yeah. So we're going to see a lot less female and B-dub lawyers. Thank God.
I'm going to run my dog around. Hey, come stand right here. Just so that we don't run you over.
According to police records, the K-9 alerted to the presence of narcotics inside the vehicle. Inside the car, deputies located cut drinking straws with visible white residue. A rolled piece of paper, believed to contain a controlled substance, was also recovered. Attention then turned to the female passenger.
Dude, Officer Bubbles is having the time of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Let's
he gets
go!
his treat and his toy after this, dude. Oh yeah.
Say again?
He gets his treat and his toy after this.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He's loving it.
Boy. Ricky, any drugs in the car? Any drugs on?
Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Not that you're aware of? Any on you? Any on her?
I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to say no, man.
Greasy guy in a Harley.
So is there
shirt.
anything in there?
Say again?
I said, yeah, never trust a greasy guy in a Harley shirt.
I know, right?
Uncapped needles, anything like that? It's going to hurt them, poke them? Okay. Is there any reason why the dog alerted to the odor narcotics in the vehicle?
I have no idea. There's nothing in there though.
A couple of cut straws with residue in them.
Imagine the smell in there, guys. Yuck.
But there's like some pink something or other in there.
What's this pink thing you?
What do you think that pink thing is?
Looks like you rolled a piece of paper of some sort, but there might be something in it.
I mean, it's a little tight.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, and Justin said rolling for so long, she might have crotched it.
Ah, there you go, guys. Disgusting.
Just because she's got a dress on too. The dog hid. Plus, it was old. I'm guessing she might have it.
When the dog alerted on her, passed right by her.
That's not the way. Well, that's not the way we work with like on who it is that he alerted on the car. So the car is hot, but that's my guess.
Police records indicate Chastity stated she was prescribed Suboxone and administered it by insufflation, snorting. She claimed the residue on the straws belonged to her prescription.
Yeah, right.
Officers noted how
Guys, you don't snort Suboxone. You know what I'm saying? Suboxone, you put it under your tongue. You know what I mean? I've watched enough interventions and friggin' documentaries on opioids to know, you know.
However,
Guys, please don't do hard drugs, guys. Have a drink or two now and then. Smoke some weed, fine. I don't smoke weed. But if you do, guys, anytime these pills and these antidepressants, please, guys, please don't. It's not worth it, man.
Boys, girls, drugs are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, you can get addicted, man. And that's the saddest part is there are people out there who were taking these pills the way that their doctor prescribed them, and they still became junkies. You know, it's sad. Yeah. So
that a separate bag of marijuana had also been located directly under her seat.
What's your name?
Chastity.
Okay. Did you crotch anything?
No.
If you go to
the fact that she knows what crotching means she crotched something.
jail and they find it in your body in the body scanner.
I know this.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this.
Obviously, this is not her first rodeo.
Don't give me an attitude.
I'm not trying to give you an attitude.
I'm being straight up with you, and I'm just asking.
My brother asked me if I wanted to go ride to see our dad for Thanksgiving. Okay, that's the first time I've ever even been in that truck. For one, I was sitting at home, and my brother asked me
Stop raising your voice at me because I'm not being
to go see
disrespectful
my dad,
towards you.
that's all we were going to do.
Okay, you're in a stolen car, and a dog.
Stolen car.
Okay. Can you let me finish and cut the attitude? Because I'm not giving you attitude. I'm treating you with respect, and I'm telling you what's going to happen. And I'm giving you an opportunity to be honest. And I don't know, maybe you are being honest, but this is what's going on. That's a stolen car, and that dog hit on drugs.
Right.
Okay. The dress you're wearing and how long it took for him to finally get back up to stop you guys, it is possible that you either put it in your bra, in your vagina, or in your butt.
But what?
Drugs.
Why would I do that?
To not get arrested for it. So cut the attitude.
Okay, well, that's crazy.
She's searching you, and I'm giving you a chance.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
you understand?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so turn around. She's going to search you and put your hands up there.
You want me to take my jacket off?
Do you have anything on you? Put the sick in?
No.
I don't want to hurt you or anything. It's your bracelet.
Ugh.
Yeah. What is that?
It's my tampon. I mean, what are you doing?
No, why is it?
I mean, I'm just saying, why are you rubbing on me?
You don't wear a tampon like that.
Okay, I mean, yes, I do.
You don't wear a tampon like that.
Okay. So what do you think it is?
It's not a tampon.
Okay.
I could never be a cop.
Yeah, they better give her hazardous duty pay after that, dude. Oh.
I could never be a cop, dude. Come on.
Man, she's got to be rich because her prison wallet is just stuffed, you know?
Oh!
It's the same thing I'm going to warn you with again.
Yes, I know.
We have a literal body scanner.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I know. I know.
Can you grab it?
Sure.
If you're confident.
Grab it what?
Spread your feet.
Spread your feet.
What are you grabbing?
Lady,
Whatever you put in your vagina.
What are you talking about?
What is going on? How do we end up here on a Friday, guys? Look at that. And I gotta eat here in a little bit too.
All right, listen to me.
I mean, I didn't know y'all were allowed to do that.
Stop moving.
I didn't know y'all were allowed to do
Stop
that.
moving.
I'm not moving, sir.
So stop
but who
moving.
said you're allowed to fucking do that? You're not allowed to grab my fucking vagina.
Spread your legs, and I told you exactly before she came
Then
over.
take me to the jail and run the scan then. I know what I got.
Your legs.
You're not allowed to do that.
Spread your
You're
legs.
not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Huh?
She under arrest. She going to jail.
She wants to try to
We have
slip her
enough.
cups in the car.
I mean, that's
snort
fine.
it or
And then
something,
put me through the
probably,
scanner.
on the way
Sorry.
to jail.
She was in a stolen car with a dog. She was a passenger in there.
There's
I went to
paraphernalia
go
in her
see my
bag.
brother. Paraphernalia in my bag. What? There is no paraphernalia in my bag.
There is.
What?
2 cut straws of
I get Suboxone and I snort it.
Okay.
So that's what that is. You can test it.
Okay.
Sarge is not impressed.
Not at all.
Sarge is not entertained. Guys, look, his face like sums up everything we've been thinking.
He's seen a million methanies. This is 1,000,001 right here.
He has that 1,000 Methany stare.
Hell yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, you still have the weed.
He's just like, I got nothing.
I didn't have no weed.
Okay, well, it's
He doesn't even know what to say. Oh no!
literally under your seat.
Under my seat. Okay. Whatever.
So let me explain something to you.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to just listen.
Okay.
All right. I've been doing this 12 years.
Okay, you
And-
don't.
no. You're already not listening to me. So when people start off very nice, like you were with me, and then go from very nice to very not nice, it's usually because they're hiding something. And it could be what's in your vagina. We will find out because we're going to take you to jail and scan you in the body, and then they're going to do a strip search.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can dispel our suspicions that you have something concealed
Yeah, I will.
by removing it.
Yeah.
Or having this deputy remove it. I can do that in private.
Yeah.
You fine to do that?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'll remove it. You know what it is?
That's going to be up to her.
Here.
Let her do it. I'm holding you. I'm not touching you.
I'm getting
Pull your hands away from your butt.
No, here. It is right here. There you go. Thank you.
So why did you lie to me? I could not have been any nicer to you, and I said that's what you did.
Because I didn't. It was a damn pipe.
That's what they're doing.
I don't have anything else. I mean,
What is
you want
that?
to put it in there,
Let me
put it
just
in there.
Where is that?
Is that the tampon?
This was the tampon.
Oh, okay.
Well, how about that? Amazing.
Okay.
Now you're definitely going to jail.
Amazing. So now you can go for every charge we can find on you. You want to lie.
So there could be more up there. The last time I got one of those out of someone's vagina, she had fentanyl or meth up her butthole. So
Yeah,
we're definitely
great.
going to put you on the scanner.
Yeah.
So you're under arrest now.
Hey guys, anyone want to sign up to be a cop?
According to court documents, during the search, the deputy located an object concealed on Chastity's person. After being advised that the county jail uses a full-body scanner during intake processing, Chastity agreed to self-disclose the item. The object recovered was a glass pipe used for smoking-controlled substances.
Are you good, or do you think there's more?
I mean, we can. I don't
It's
know.
like we
I
did-
just felt the.
Hold on, I'll talk. Let me put her in the car. Come here, get in the car. There's a camera in the car. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I know.
fixing you. Okay.
I'm cute.
I got on everything.
According to court documents, Chastity was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and resisting an officer without violence. She was subsequently sentenced to 60 days in Escambia County Jail. The driver, Mr. Hickey, was released at the scene with citations.
All right, guys. Well, at the 3-hour mark, guys, we'll be live at 9. Guys, I'll probably do one of these every couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because this is actually pretty fun. So, yeah, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.